Now we're live. Yeah, I just noticed something though. Your guys' audio is not working. Let me fix that. Forgot about the audio check. All right, guys, go ahead and talk.
Checking 1 2. Checking.
Fuck.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Oh yeah, I'm getting speech jam now.
Oh, lots of traveling around and stuff. We'll be right there. We thought everything was ready, but it wasn't. Oh, I think
that new Sims song
guys,
got
go ahead
me.
And talk. See if you're coming now.
Oh, what? Hello.
Wave. Okay, you guys
checking 1 2.
So I know what I did. I did something wrong here.
David said he can hear all of us.
All right, now I should be able to hear you guys. Go ahead.
Checking 1 2.
There you go. We're good.
Wait.
Good to go.
Champ, are you working?
Am I working? Wow.
Yeah.
My body?
Yeah, is your body working?
Hey, that's an important question.
It is
okay
very...
today. I mean, sometimes it doesn't, but it's doing okay right now.
Yeah.
Keeping everything inside.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's all you can ask for. Don't let anything slide out.
That's what she said. Welcome to the Guys to Guys podcast. We're talking about Japanese music news and other music related things. We have a crazy show today. Ryan is still in Japan. Don't worry. He'll be back with us. He's going to talk about his Love Bites experience. He's seen them like twice.
Oh, I'm so freaking jealous.
Right? We're going to talk about...
I'm jealous of everybody.
We're going to talk about Babymetal today. We're going to talk about so many... all I can think about is Babymetal. We're definitely talking about Babymetal. We're going to talk about the worker strike at the Ridge Rockfest, apparently. Apparently that got worse than we thought. Talk about Tink Tech's video about it.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, all that's going on. Sim, stunning Nashville crowds, which I'm really excited for Sim because they were amazing live. We have all that and much more to talk about today. A lot of new songs, a lot of new things happening. It might turn into a Wave and Ellen podcast because Champ's having wonderful
Champ
internet
just
issues.
gets up and walks away.
But we're all here. We're ready. So let's just start this off. Champ, how was your week?
What did I miss in the last 12 seconds?
Nothing. You missed. It was the intro of the podcast.
You left and we descended into madness.
I just heard.
I don't know. There's your internet lagging.
How was your week, Champ?
How was your week?
My
Champ?
week? My week was pretty good, man. I didn't mind it at all.
Champ scene.
It's all right. It could have been better. Oh shit! The scene's all fucked up. We didn't set up the scene.
End stream.
Oh my god, guys, we're all over the place today. We're sorry.
The most professional podcast in Japanese music.
It really is. Okay, I swear it is. We were
I feel very professional right now. I don't know about you guys.
We're trying to get the guys on early this morning so I could set up, and it didn't go to plan.
Yeah, man, you got a headset.
Yeah,
a headset.
Yeah, you can't get more professional than that.
That's right. Damn right. Except that this is all fake because this doesn't actually have a microphone on it. This is all for show right here. This is the microphone.
So
it's your prop.
Exactly. I just want people to think that I'm smart and cool.
All right, so Champ, how was your week, man?
It was pretty annoying for the most part, but
annoying.
Friday got better. Yeah, my internet's been cutting in and out the whole freaking week, bro. And just before we were setting this up, this is one of the reasons we were having technical issues is because I couldn't connect to the internet again for the 5th time this week. So I've been trying to stream every day, and I keep telling everybody, "Hey, I'm going to stream tomorrow. Hey, I'm going to stream tomorrow." And then tomorrow hits, and my internet's shit in the bed, and I have to cancel it. So it's
Amber Heard.
Shit in the bed.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah, that was not bad. But yeah, so I'm here trying now, but all of that is meaningless compared to what we did on Friday, which was the best part of the week anyway.
I can't wait to get into that. I'm not gonna lie. How about you,
Me
Wave?
neither.
Wave, are you feeling better, man?
Yeah, dude. I've really realized that being here streaming with you guys makes me real happy.
Hell yeah.
Have such a great time on here. And now I appreciate it a lot more than I used to. But otherwise, I did another stream this past week, so trying to be back to my regular schedule and going on like 50-minute walks now because it seems like that really helps my blood pressure.
That's good, man.
Otherwise,
15 or 50?
50.
50. Okay.
Like the half hour wasn't quite cutting it, but like it seems like when I do 50, then it like really helps. So
that's good, man.
otherwise,
Wonder
that's
why that
about
is.
it.
That's it. Any
See,
new?
It's nice out right now, though, right? Like, what are you gonna do when it's like January? Still gonna be able to go on 50-minute walks?
I love it when it's cold.
Yeah,
Me too. I'm
Like
not gonna
yesterday, I actually didn't go on a walk because it was too hot. I was like, yeah.
No, I'm with you on that one, man. The hot, it's better to be too cold than too hot. Because if it's too cold, you can put on more clothes. If it's too hot, you can't take off more skin. You know, like your skin exists no matter what.
Yeah, being in New York is so nice because I left 102-degree weather, so this feels great. It's like 60 degrees out. I was like outside. I'm like, this is so nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, you're getting that East Coast fall.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where are you?
I'm in upstate New York right now. I was hoping to see change of trees colors or change of leaves, but I guess it's too early for that.
You're a touch early for that.
A touch early.
Couple weeks.
I love
6
autumn.
weeks.
I love it when everything turns colors. It's the best. So
yeah, me too. But it lasts. It's such a short time too. It's like blink and you miss it.
Right.
It's true. Spring and fall last like 3 weeks now. And then summer and winter are like the rest of the year. I don't know what happened, man, but I hate it like that. It should be the opposite. Give me all the spring and all the fall. Little bit of summer.
I agree. I agree, man. I agree.
Wisconsin this year has been insane. It'll be like 100 degrees on Sunday, and then on Wednesday it'll be like 40 degrees. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what? How did it change so fast in 3 days?
I don't know. We got to call science, bro. I don't know what is going on.
Call science.
Yeah.
Well, remember
dude,
Bobby Lee? What?
I was gonna say, dude, you're looking good, man. You look much better, much rested and healthy. So it's good to see.
Apparently, I was turning yellow because I had, excuse me, I had bilirubin in my blood from like my red blood cells literally shredding apart because my blood pressure was so high. And it was like making my eyes yellow.
That sounds horrible, dude.
Well, it's like jaundice.
Yeah, it's the same. Like it's the same when it's the bilirubin that makes in your blood.
Well,
it's called bilirubin.
You are now nice.
When you said I had bilirubin in my blood, I immediately imagined like a human.
I know.
That's what I thought too. I was like, what's going on with this?
I got like Rick and Morty vibes immediately. I was like, there's some guy floating around in Wave's bloodstream right now.
Well, you are back to looking white with rosy red cheeks, so you're good.
Thank you.
I think that
the
means
wave
you're
that we love to see.
The wave we love to see. Guys, I had a crazy week. We all know about the Babymetal stuff, but before that, I fucking played a busking show with my good buddy Grant, and we had a fucking blast. It was so cool. Played a bunch of covers. Played some Sims songs. We did some Black Sabbath, and we took everyone's suggestion. We did a bunch of covers, and everyone fucking loved it. We ran around the streets dressed in Attack on Titan costumes. It was so fun, man. Got a good response and everything, and we're planning a couple shows. I'm gonna be we'll see. Keep your fingers crossed. We should be playing some live gigs with Grant later on at actual venues instead of outside, because it'll be a little too cold later this year to do it outside. Setting that up. I'm going to be going on tour for 3 weeks.
Holy crap, dude.
We just got hired for, I'm going to be running sound and pretty much going to be managing a smaller band for a few weeks on tour and be helping them with their sound, merch, and all that stuff, doing tech, doing everything. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. I'm looking forward to meeting people. I'll let you guys know the dates if you guys want to come say hi. They're a really cool progressive band called Source. So I look forward to that. Literally, I think I'm like going somewhere every week.
Around Texas or
No, it's gonna be everywhere. So it'll be multiple states, multiple cities, and I'll get all the dates for you guys. So if you guys want to come say hi, most of the shows are probably gonna be free anyways. So it'd be cool. See some live music. Love to say hi to you all if you all are around or whatnot. It's gonna be a blast. And
Sweet.
yeah.
Are you coming to Minneapolis?
I think we are, dude. I'm pretty sure we are.
Dude.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty cool.
If it doesn't interfere with my child's birth, then I'll try to be there.
Hell yeah, man. So we can call you Alan the Tech now. I've actually I've been a tech guy before. I've done a lot of things. I haven't talked about it, but I've learned so many skills over the years, man. I used to do guitar tech stuff out of my house for a long time. So I would like help do guitar setups for touring bands that would be coming in. So I've done a lot of this stuff. But I just like, it's one of those things where you do a bunch of different jobs and you just learn what you love to do. So I've just accumulated skills. And I'm just like, so that's why I got hired for this job. Because they're like, well, you know everything, so let's just do it.
So do you like live sound more or studio sound?
Studio sound.
I'm guessing you'll be doing
studio sound. Oh, so the cool thing is with the live sound is I'm setting up their in-ear monitors. I'm setting up the band sound. This band in particular wants the sound guy to run it because they feel that they would piss the sound guy off if they tell him what to do.
Oh,
it's a good fair point. I try to convince them that they should just run a snake from their sound thing, and then all the sound guy has to do is plug it in because he's gonna get paid either way. But they don't want the sound guy to feel inferior, so which I understand it because you run across sound guys that are like that. They'll be like, "Oh, what do you mean I don't need to do anything?" And then they get all like weird. I'm like, "You're just gonna set the levels and walk away anyways." Like, let me help you with that. Let me help you out with that. Just give you our main sound, but it's cool. I just run their individual in-ear monitor sound. I'm gonna make sure that's all set up and stuff like that, and get that going. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just crazy. It's a crazy fucking week.
We're gonna have to start calling you Alan, Lord of the Mix.
No, I'm not that good. Yeah, it's really exciting. Just been talking to a lot of people. We got Aftershock coming up. You know, as you guys know, we're going to be there. Shout out to our winner that won last week, Jenny.
Yeah.
She's going to be seeing a lot of bands for free. She's going to see Avenged Sevenfold, Babymetal, Hanabiye. Shout out to Aftershock 2023 for teaming up with us on it. So we just got the tickets in. We're going to be sending them off to her soon. And we just got the press pass for that. So we're pretty excited. Hopefully getting, behind the scenes with some bands that we love and getting some more interviews done. And yeah. It's a wild week, guys. Wild week. We should just jump in the news, huh? I know a lot of people waiting for this Babymetal news. Make sure you hit the like button, too, if you're over here on YouTube. If you're listening for Spotify, come over here and hit that like button. Yeah. And also, shout out to Bill for the super chat, $20 super chat. Man, thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Bill.
And yeah, I want to give a special shout out again to members and Patreon supporters. Guys, you done the extra mile by helping us even more so financially, and we really appreciate it. It's helping us get a lot of this done, like our meetup in Minneapolis, and more so, and just getting, doing all these shows and trying to give you guys the best coverage. So we appreciate it. And everybody that watches all these videos has helped us out a lot. Yeah. It looks good for us and for the number wise and the whole community, so we can keep spreading, Japanese music news and other news. And it's just wild how much has grown. And I think this week I had a very big realization on where this is going, and just like kind of just emotional. Really emotional, especially Friday has been pretty tremendous. It's like insane, but
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's been a crazy couple months here.
Yeah, this year for the podcast has been insane.
And now Ryan's in Japan again.
I know. I can't
wait. Love Bites.
If you guys haven't checked out his little live stream, it was really good. He talks about Love Bites. He's there with Tyler, and they did a little report on it, so you guys can check it out.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that he uploaded that yet. Damn, I want to know about that too.
Yeah.
Ryan looks beat, but he does a good job telling you how it was.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Tyler too for taking Ryan on this trip.
Yeah, Tyler made all that happen. So,
speaking of fan support, that's really cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I I don't know if he said he's seen him twice in that video. So we should be getting more Love Bites news from him, which is really exciting. All right, guys. What should we do first? Get into the news? Get into quick news or do the main news? Everyone wants to probably do main news.
What's the main news?
The main news is Babymetal.
Lunch.
Who's Baby Metal?
Lunch. Yeah, we're going to go for lunch. We'll be back in 30 minutes, guys.
All right, let's just talk about the concert, man. Like we already did it. Like let's talk about that.
Are you sure you don't want to do the quick news? We could do it.
All right, let's do the quick news.
Let's do the quick news. Yeah, let's wait for everybody to get here.
Quick news will only take like 30 seconds.
There's not 200 likes yet. Wait, if we see 200 likes, we'll jump. How about this?
Everyone, if you're listening on Spotify, pull over your car and open up YouTube and press like.
If we hit 200 likes right now, we'll skip to the Babymetal news. There you go. There you go. Is that a deal? Is that a deal? All right. So we're going to start with Sim first. Here we go. All right. Sim, guys, is an amazing band. You need to see Sim. If you're a Babymetal fan, go watch Sim live because you'll love that band. Same kind of energy, just like Babymetal. I'm telling you right now, my top favorite concerts is Babymetal and then Sim right underneath. Two amazing fucking shows. Like, they are so good. And we have a report from Sim in Nashville. Actually, I don't know if this report, if they saw them. So Nashville, Tennessee on Friday, September 15th. That's when they played. They were touring with Dance Gavin Dance. And so
they're still together?
Yeah, they are. And they're killing it, man. They're killing it, man. So Japanese band Sim confused an unsuspecting crowd with Wilshire Saloon, the Music City's popular line dance venue, held a different type of dance than what most country and Western folks expect. That's for sure. So here's an image of the crowd, which, dude, when I saw them in Vegas, it was packed. Beautiful. As Sim was the third support act of the concert, one of the best support acts, by the way. Their first song had to get the room's attention. Subsequently, the opening bars of their metal fusion track, Get Up, Get Up, rocked the audience until the bridge, where the song morphed into Bob Marley's classic reggae hit, Get Up, Stand Up. Oh, dude, it is so good, man.
They're so cool, dude.
They are. We just checked out one of their new songs.
Yeah.
That just came out. It's so badass, right?
Yeah, Kiss of Death. I only listened to the first minute and I was like, I really wish I was doing a reaction to this because it just kept catching me off guard. And it's a huge nod. Like, you can tell they really enjoy their reggae music, you know?
I love
huge
how
nods to like classic reggae. And it was pretty cool.
I love how they infuse reggae no matter what in whatever genre they're doing. Vocalist Ma asked the crowd, "Are you confused?" And this is what I love about Ma. He fucks with the audience the entire time. And then he explained how Sim is a reggae punk band, even though their nearly 20-year discography contains a mix of metalcore, reggae, ska, and hip hop. And
definitely all of that. But can I just say, like, reggae punk is ska. Like that's the definition of ska. So I don't know why we're putting those two.
No, it's
Are there horns?
It's different because there's punk, you know, and there's ska. There is ska with
punk with reggae.
There's pure ska out there, you know.
Didn't ska exist before reggae? Someone told me that during a stream.
I do not believe so, but I think if you look up what ska is, the music genre that originated in Jamaica in the late 1950s. Oh, wow, you're right.
Thank you, Simno. Simno's the one that told me that.
Yeah,
wow.
You're right. Oh my god, and was the precursor to Rocksteady and reggae. Bro, you just blew my mind right there. Everything I thought I knew was gone. I've got to reset.
That's my goal in life, is blowing Champ's mind.
Hell yeah.
It's a great goal. It's a great goal.
I didn't realize you were going to say mind at the end of that sentence. I got really excited.
He was hoping for another word, not mind. Very sad. While most of the fans of the audience were there for the headliners, Sim's energy and electric mix of headbanging metal and funk won over the crowd. Ma's over-the-top hand gestures on THC and gunshots were amusingly recognizable to even an American audience. Yet the most exciting moment came, and I agree with this, when everyone was singing the hit song The Rumbling from Attack on Titan. Man, that crowd blew the fuck up, even in Vegas. I did a review on the Vegas concert, guys. Check it out on our older podcast, and I talked about that show. It was a really good show. And like we just said, they just released "Kiss of Death" music video.
Yeah. So what did you think of that song, Alan?
I loved it. I love what just the way that formed, because I heard it with you when we were listening to it, and then it's so funny. So Champ and I are checking the song out at like 3 a.m, and then it led us down a rabbit hole of old school music discovery, and it turned into us showing each other bands and stuff. And I gotta say, I think Champ and I like convinced each other to listen to new music.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like I have some Dillinger Escape Plan in the future for myself.
Yeah, because a lot of people associate Dillinger Escape Plan with really screamy, hardcore stuff, but a lot of people don't know they have a progressive hard rock album, which is very band-made reminiscent, and it's amazing. It's so good.
It was so much better, bro. Those songs that you showed me was like definitely my favorite stuff that I've heard from them so far.
From Sim?
No, from
Dillinger Escape Plan.
Dillinger Escape Plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've not heard of them.
You've never heard of them?
No.
Wow.
But yeah, that's crazy. Well, I guess not that crazy. They weren't that big.
Wave blowing me again.
Man, just Champ's getting blown left and right. Oh wait, that's not a horrible.
It's a good day for Champ.
It's a good day for Champ. We broke Wave. All right.
I hope Rose is not listening.
I thought that song was awesome too.
She'll be proud of you. She'll be proud of you, man.
I thought that song was. Yeah, I really liked that song. It did remind me a bit of The Rumbling, especially the end of it. But it also was just like, I don't know. Until the end of it, I wasn't thinking of The Rumbling. But then at the end, it kind of does that with the keyboards.
Oh, that's right. At the end, yeah.
Yeah, but besides that part, I was like, I was super into it, and it still sounds good. I mean, like, you know, even though it is a little bit like the rumbling at the end there, I still love that part.
Kiss
of
Death?
Yeah, Kiss of Death. If you listen to like just like the last 20 seconds, probably, I think they kind of like go into like a really.
It does feel like it.
With the descending
yeah,
sound of keyboards.
Paul says, "Isn't this a family show?" No, this is not a family show.
Did you see the title? Maybe it was just a nod to The Rumbling, because it is that same like chromatic descent.
Yes, and that's what Champ mentioned that day. He was like, "This has that descent going on,"
which sounds really good. And again, like I think the first time that we listened to it, it was actually it's almost like sampled. It was like sampled from that song that is the Sonic the Hedgehog song, which is also like an old classical song, which I don't remember the name of it. So I think they're just using that sample again, but like adjusting it a little bit. But I think that is probably on purpose as like an homage.
Yeah,
to it, rather
because you said they've been together 20 years.
Who has?
Sim?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
they said 20-year discography. Yeah. Like, and they've never really had anything blow up as much as The Rumbling, have they?
Oh no, they've had songs blow up before that.
Really?
They've done anime stuff before The Rumbling.
Yeah, but The Rumbling took off, I think, maybe like as fast as any of their songs did.
That's true. Going. That's like probably their biggest hit now, but they were pretty well known before that in Japan, I should say. Maybe not so much in the US, but
yeah, I remember looking up their discography, and they had like half of their discography was anime songs, like theme songs for anime shows. So I was like, oh damn, I know like half of these shows too. So yeah, they're getting done.
It's a really smart approach.
They're like the Lisa, they're like the male Lisa, right? Like she does all the female voice animes, and they do all the male voice animes.
Not as fun to watch, but
very specific reason for that.
So passcode.
Speaking of Lisa, just because I just brought her up, I did listen to the new song that she had with Stray Kids. Any of you guys hear that? It was Lisa, the Japanese Lisa, joined up with K-pop group Stray Kids and did a song together. And they kind of did like a punk rock song together. I thought it was a really cool song, man. So if you're ever like trying to get into the K-pop world or anything like that, and you already like Lisa and like the style of music that she does, check out the song Social Path from Stray Kids and Lisa together, because it's got like a cool combination of the two vibes.
Cool. 2 weeks ago, 12 million views. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Hard Bros, for ruining that for me. I forgot about
what
that.
What happened?
About Ma and Lisa, where they're getting all romantic with each other on stage. I was so pissed.
Oh, You
I was
mean
like,
jealous?
I'm never listening to Sim again. I remember saying that, and now I listen to him all the time again. God damn it. Tide Nylon said Sim formed in 2004. So yeah,
Okay.
almost 20 years.
Yeah, man.
Whew.
Almost
We're
20
gonna have an
fucking years.
anniversary. We're gonna have a 20-year anniversary soon from them.
Yeah.
I hope they come
Dang,
here.
dude.
I hope they come over to America. I'll go see them in America on their 20th anniversary.
Yeah. I highly recommend everyone check out Sim. Seriously, you guys will like it. I promise. I don't know if you like the bands that they're with, but you'll definitely like them. Different comments for the other bands, but Sim was great.
We'll see.
All right, let's see. Did we hit 200 likes? Guys, hit that like button. Once we hit 200, we'll skip over to the Babymetal. But until then, we're going to talk about passcode. By the way, go to guysandguys.com, sign up for a newsletter. You get notified when we put out these articles. We send only about 1 or 2 emails a week. We'll never spam you if you do join. It just keeps you updated on the music news. So passcode US tour. By the way, shout out to Andrew White behind the scenes for the Guys and Guys podcast, putting this stuff together. Yeah, he's killing it, man, with these articles. He went and saw Passcode. We got a nice, awesome photo here. Credit to Daisho Auto for this photo. Dallas, Texas on Sunday, September 3rd. The Cambridge Room at the House of Blues became an aerobic exercise room. I love that, dude. So there,
Pasco's doing that now too, man. I saw this video of some idol group that were just jogging in place for an entire song.
Are you serious? That's some
And
skill,
having the
man.
audience do it with them.
That's some skill right there. That is some skill. So, Passcode lead a pulse-pounding sonic workout on their Passcode US Tour 2023. Before the show started, there was a diverse group of concert goers in line from across the middle of America, fans from Chicago, San Antonio. Even one person informed us they had canceled going to a death metal concert to see this group of cute Japanese singers. Okay. It was a good choice considering this special event with Passcode was their first headlining show in the US. So I said this before, I think this was to test the waters here in America before they come and do more shows. And I hope it went really well overall. I think they finished all the shows, right? Because they were in LA, New York, and then Texas. I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Likewise, we could not pass up a chance to be there in person too. Regarding the 4 idols based out of Osaka, they have been building upon their success in Japan. So they start off with the first song, Groundswell, placing screamo vocalist Emily into the spotlight. Her harsh vocals were guttural and heavy, so much so that it seemed like heads would explode. I want to hear that. What did you guys think about the change of screamers? Do you guys remember the original screamer?
Yeah. So I loved the original screamer. She was that's probably what got me into the band in the first place. I thought she had such a great, perfect scream. And I was like, when she got knocked out, when she couldn't do it anymore, like, shit, dude, there's no way that they're going to replace her with somebody that's like as interesting vocally. Emily is so good, bro. She was the perfect replacement. I think that if you hadn't told me that the screamer changed, I might not have even noticed it. That's how good I think she was at replacing that role.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually talked to somebody else, or actually 2 people outside of the Babymetal show who went to the Passcode show in New York the previous week also, and they were saying the same thing that Andrew's saying in that article, that it was absolutely amazing. Loved every second. And just like we were talking about with Babymetal afterwards, which we'll go into a little bit later, it sounded heavier than any like recording of it. It just sounded more metal, heavier. Everything sounded more brutal, and I just got jealous as they were telling me this. I was just like, shit, man, I wish I went now last week. It sucked so much.
Nice.
Yo, I gotta say, Daisho Auto like killed it with these photos, man. These are beautiful. Guys, go to guysandguys.com to check out these photos on Passcode.
Yeah.
They look incredible.
They are beautiful.
Man. That's so good. So
yeah, look at that one, man. Oh,
yeah, I know it looks great. For those of you listening, you got to come over and check this out on the website. It looks so good. And so they did a 14-song set. They started off with Groundswell, Ray, Dive Into the Light, Ichika, Melody from The Bumbling Crash, Flavor of Blue, Myth, Clouds Across the Moon, Mantra, Miss Unlimited, Ninja Bomber, Taking You Out, Tonight, and Anything New. Guys, go read the full article over on guysandguys.com if you're interested in Passcode. I didn't check them out.
Sick, dude.
I kind of wish I did now. I mean, that article kind of convinced me.
There's
dude.
so many great bands, and whichever one you choose to see, you're gonna fall in love with, because they're all so good.
And they're
Yeah,
all
they
here
are.
right now.
Yeah, at the
I
same
do
time.
wish they spread it out a little bit just for my wallet to exist. You know what I mean? Because if Passcode was here next month instead, I'd have a little more money and I would have gone to the see. And now Hanabi is coming in 10 days or something like that.
Yes.
And I don't have tickets for that yet, but I really, really want to go see them.
Yeah.
I might
Same.
sneak into the back somehow. I don't know. Maybe I'll stand on the roof.
I can't
And
wait
then
to see
Ats-
Hanabi.
Atarashi Gakko is coming to Minneapolis.
Are you
and I'm like,
serious?
it's a week before Rosie's due, and I'm like,
Oh, dude, I would go with you. Let me know if you can. Oh man, that's gonna be cutting it too close.
it's gonna
Fuck.
be like, I'm gonna get tickets, just see it as a way of donating to the band, even if I can't be there, and then hopefully maybe it'll work out. But I don't know.
Everyone's saying
You're
Hanabi
gonna
is
get that.
a
You're
killer.
gonna get that text.
Everyone's
Yeah.
saying. Everyone's saying
She said, "We're going now, man. Let's go, Wave."
It's
And you're gonna
time.
be, at the show, rocking out to Hanabi. Okay.
Yeah, I was. People in the chat are saying Hanabi was so good live. Hey to see you. Cookie Monster. I learned your name finally. He's
Yeah,
always
Cookie
say
Monster
CK.
was in Minneapolis with us.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Cookie Monster. I always thought I just said CK or CK Meister. I don't know what I said. But anyways,
CK Meister.
I don't know. I was not saying it right.
I
know
think
it
I
was
do remember you saying that in the past. So I
Yeah.
was like, what are you talking
Yeah. Well, anyways, moving on, guys. Hit the 200 like mark. We skipped over the Babymetal, but we're almost there. We just got a couple more quick news reports to go through. All right,
I think we're gonna get to the Babymetal before we get to 200 likes, regardless. But
about?
we would
100
appreciate.
people here really don't like
we
the
can
show yet.
yeah, we could easily go to the Babymetal. I'm just saying. Hey, it helps with the algorithm, puts us on the front page of the live. All right. So next up on here, I need to find this news article. I lost it. Nemophila will have their 5th anniversary concert at the legendary venue Nippon Budokan on February 17th, 2024. They made the announcement on their YouTube channel, so you can go over there. They have a full video over there. I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys that are live with us right now, if you guys want to bookmark that for later to watch. It's I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to watching it after this.
They work so hard, dude. They're always putting out new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a bit of a lull for a few months, and we were like, where'd they go? And now they we talked about this last week. It was as if they heard us talking about it, and they're like, okay, we're back. Stop talking about that. We don't want anybody saying that we're taking any kind of break or anything.
I just they deserve a break though, man. I have no idea how these bands put out so much music. I've been sitting here working on the same album for 3 years now, and I'm now finally starting to make a little progress on it again, but it just takes me forever. How the heck do they put out new songs every month?
You know what I noticed, Wave? I'm telling you right now, when that Ren collab became an opportunity, I've never wrote 2 songs so fast ever in my life.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how to channel that in. It's just fucking do it, right? Because I know we could. If you're in that pinch or in that rush to write a song, you will write it. It's not that we're incapable of writing a song. We make it happen,
It forces you to stop thinking about decisions and just start doing.
Yeah,
because that's the hardest part, is making the decision, what you want to do. But if you just make the decision without thinking about it, roll the dice and let it make the decision for you.
Yeah. I shocked myself, dude. I wrote the drums, bass, guitars, and even put a solo in it. I already forgot the solo, but
that's the way it goes, man. Especially in the studio, you're writing as you record, and you're you have to relearn the song.
Solo specifically, it's you could, when you're recording in the studio, you might have 5 different solos when you're recording, and then you just stick with the one that was your favorite.
I got another fire. I got another fire lit under me too. When I was jamming with Grant, he's like, let's write an EP. And I'm like, all right. Let's start just writing songs on my acoustic guitar. I was like, but you know what I did, Wave? So for the Ren thing, he mentioned it in the live chat. right? So, and then my dumbass, and I'm happy I did it because I was like, I'll have something in 24 hours. I was like, that was so stupid. But at the same time, I'm so happy I said it. So when Grant asked me about the EP, I'm like, I'll have it in 5 days. And I'm like,
Oh my God,
I'm
dude.
like, well, fuck it. Let's do it. So I already
It's a
got
song a day.
yeah, I got the drums like all leveled out. I have like 2.5 songs written. So like maybe we just need to do that to ourselves. Like maybe self-sabotage is the way to go. Well, for me it is.
You've got to paint yourself into a corner and then figure your way out of it.
That's what I'm
There
doing
you go.
from now on. I'm like, I'm gonna be on the road a lot, but fuck it. I'll have 5 songs ready for you. So,
You know, a lot of people in the chat
JJ
right
Abrams
now
yourself.
huh?
a lot of the people in the chat right now are saying that Budokan is only by invite only. I actually didn't know that. So that means that like
Oh,
any bands
yeah.
that play there, you have to get invited. You can't like just be going on tour and like call them, you know.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that Never Feels going there. I actually didn't even know that they had concerts there, if I'm being totally honest. Because I only know Budokan from being the place that Stardom Wrestling goes to for their pay-per-views. Like they go to like small venues for their regular weekly shows, and then they go to Budokan for their big pay-per-views. And I was just like, that is the coolest fucking wrestling venue, bro. It looks so cool when you're watching Budokan wrestling. I had no idea that they had
During your stream, you've never done a reaction to like a Budokan?
Yeah,
guess
that's
not.
what I'm saying.
No.
What the fuck?
I guess not. I had no idea. So this is like
What
really
about
cool.
Babymetal?
All I'm thinking about is like the wrestling ring in the middle and them like standing in it. I know that's not what they're going to be doing, but that's what I want them to be doing. You know?
Oh man.
I totally forgot that Bandmate was invited to Budokan, and then freaking COVID ruined it.
Oh, that
I
sucks.
totally
They'll get
forgot
invited
about
again.
that.
They'll get invited again. I think they'll get it. Nemophila did it. Bandmate can do it. I mean, I think they'll get it quickly.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
It was
guys.
canceled during the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm sure they'll
I
get
think
them
it
back
was
in
like
there.
the year or before I even heard them. But actually, when it got canceled.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna mess up this name. I always do. Is it Koyai?
Koyai.
You know, the band with Lisa X and Nemophila guitarist. Oh my god, drawing a blank on her name.
Hazuki.
Hazuki, thank you. It's like, please help me. They're gonna
Painting yourself into a corner.
I know, painting myself in the corner. Help me. They're gonna have their first live show in Japan, October 14th. The exact venue has not been announced yet, but so keep that in mind, guys. You know, go to the website. I'm sure they have an email list you can join where you can get notified when that show does pop up.
I still
Now-
haven't heard that band. Have you guys both listened to them?
Yeah, we have. I think we did a reaction, man,
I don't
to
think
one
so.
of their songs.
Yeah.
On
I
Patreon.
listened to their first music video. Have they put out more than one song?
Yes, they have. The other one was more poppy, and I remember we watched it before a podcast. That's why I'm like, I swore, champ.
Were they in the
watched it with
pool?
us. Maybe I'm tripping though.
With all their clothes on?
What? Wait, hold on.
They're in the pool with all their clothes on?
No,
Champ's
that's
like, I
the
would've
type of thing I
remembered
would
that.
Remember. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's not something I'm forgetting.
Did I
man.
dream that or something?
That's
on
also
video?
possible.
That is also possible. I mean, you had humans in your blood, so I don't know.
Yeah, true.
You never know what that.
Get out of here, Billy.
Fucking Billy.
Billy fucking up Wave. We hate Billy here.
You
We need to make a shirt
family.
called like Die
That damn
Billy.
Rubin family.
Fucking with Wave. Get out of his bloodstream. We don't need you there.
Yeah, man.
But I'm excited to see how that goes. They're now accepting reservations for their second EP, Deep Love, to be released on October 6th, guys. Let us know what you think about it in the chat. You know, when you guys check it out, leave a comment on this video. Come back, let us know what you think. We got some new releases. We got Cold Rain. It was a really cool callback to like, you know, some old school metalcore with some new twists to it.
Metalcore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, remember when we went through all the different cores?
Yeah.
We did. This one is straight up metalcore, bro. Like I was when I just listened to it before we started the podcast, and I was like, this is like exactly like they could. This would fit in perfectly with like Killswitch Engage and All That Remains.
Yes,
and Dying.
yeah,
I was
yes.
like they could tour with them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was actually probably my favorite thing that I've heard from Cold Rain so far.
Yeah,
Nice.
I thought it was really good too. It's one of my favorites too. There's a couple songs that I know Eric and I mosh to, and it's another band that I need to check out more stuff too. So we talked about Ryojin, right? And Gize was the old band name. We've interviewed the main guitarist many times on the channel. You guys should check out those interviews. We have 2 interviews with him actually, and he had told us about his involvement with Matt Heafy from Trivium.
Oh yeah.
And so what I wasn't expecting with this song was he was going to be singing on it. And I thought that was really cool. It's a really good mix of a song, and I liked how it was going, but I wasn't expecting him to do vocals on it. And it sounds really interesting. I love the mix of it. And I'm actually more excited to see where they go with this, because I know it's like the first time working with Matt Heafy and he's producing the record and stuff like that. So I can't wait to see what happens. We're looking forward to having him back on for an interview again. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. We're trying to see if we can get him back on to talk about the song.
What did you think of the song?
I thought it was pretty good, but I'm looking forward to newer songs. It wasn't my favorite, but I liked it. I really like the harmonies and stuff. I really respect it. It's good sound. It just took me a second to get used to it a little bit, because it's way out of my wheelhouse of what I listen to. But it was good.
I think I felt the same way. I like, it was cool that they had like a lead guitar going on the whole time, to the point where it was like, you know how like a lot of metal songs, they'll have like that underlying sort of keyboard sound that's just kind of like providing some kind of backbone the whole time. Instead of that, it was like a lead guitar doing that for like the whole. It was like 6.5 minute song too, so it's pretty cool that they were doing that. You don't really hear that in a lot of songs nowadays. So yeah, I was a fan of that.
Cool.
Yeah, very good stuff.
So much to catch up on.
Yeah, a lot of good news today. Oh no, stop. There you go. There's a snippet of the song. They didn't hear it because the original sound was on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear anything either.
All right. Yeah, I guess you're right. We got to the Babymetal news before the likes. So before the 200 likes.
We got a super chat, and it's really interesting.
All right. Yeah. Shout out to Rod Miller for the super chat. He says the first band to do Budokan was the Beatles. After that, you had to be invited. Cheap Trick made it popular after their live album. Moa Metal is the youngest person to have been invited to perform. Fuck yes.
That's awesome. Moa Metal is the youngest person to ever be. That's actually a crazy stat, and it goes to show you how little I know about Budokan Hall or Japanese performances in general.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You mean the best wrestling venue in the world?
That's all I'm thinking about. That's all I'm thinking about. Can we do a wrestling podcast so I get to talk about that stuff instead?
Sure. Wrestling Mondays with Champ, guys.
Great.
Monday podcast.
Another podcast.
Yeah. I know a lot more about that.
We won't be there though. It's just gonna be Champ, guys.
Champ make a podcast for guided guys.
Champs will be the Monday podcast. Ryan will be the Wednesday one. We'll show up periodically.
You have to compete with Bill Burr Monday morning.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't want to do that.
He can compete with Bill Burr.
That guy is the heart of America right there, Mr. Bill Burr. So I don't want to go up against him.
Paul said in the chat that Mo was 14 at the time, so that is the youngest.
Holy buckets.
14.
What year was that?
I don't know. I don't remember. Let us know, chat.
Babymetal played Budokan 12 times. I probably have seen one of those shows, honestly.
Oh man, yeah, we should call the show on Monday. Hard Bros has got it right here. Wrestling with Champ.
2014 wrestling. Welcome to wrestling with Champ.
It's gotta be the Champ.
Damn it, right? I was gonna say 2014 also.
The Champ.
Yeah. So
we could get you a belt. Wait,
right.
I have a couple. Don't worry. I could wrap one around each of the shoulders and the waistline.
Would you say you're more into the wrestling stuff than the music stuff, Champ?
I think that those are probably like my two main like hobby entertainment interests like throughout the course of my life. I've spent way more time actually like perfecting the music part because I've never actively engaged in wrestling. I've just watched it from a distance.
You're a fan.
But I also know more about wrestling than I know about music in general. Probably because of that, because I've been able to like play guitar and write music and stuff like that. So I know the inner workings of music from my perspective pretty well, but the history of music over my head for the most part. The history of wrestling I can tell you anything that's happened from 1985 on.
Why didn't you ever become a wrestler, champ?
Because I'm 5'10", bro.
You can be in the small champ league.
Small champ.
Is there a small league for champ to join?
If only they had weight classes. Then I might be able
Oh,
to
they don't
make
have
it
weight
work.
classes? Don't they have height and weight classes? Oh man, I can't imagine champ wrestling. That'd be hilarious. Okay, how about this? Give me one interesting fact from 1984 for wrestling. Go.
I said I know everything from 1985 onwards, and you say
85.
1984.
Sorry, 85. 1985. My bad. I heard 4, all right?
Okay, 1985 was the first WrestleMania ever. That was
come on, that's
Vince McMahon and
cheating.
Hulkamania coming together.
Something that nobody knows.
That nobody knows?
Yeah, that
I
you
didn't
feel
know
like
that.
is rare. A rare fact.
Let's see. I don't know, man. Like, I think everybody knows everything from like, because back then, dude, there wasn't like TV shows. You know what I mean? There was no like wrestling TV show. It was like you get like 2 shows per year, like at most. Actually, WrestleMania 1 was like the first time WWF ever did a pay-per-view, I believe. So that was the only one that they had that year. So there's not that much like wrestling information coming out of 1985 that's available right now. But it was the first WrestleMania of all time.
Hey, Radio Rafa said Chris Jericho.
Mr. T.
Hey, Radio Rafa said Chris Jericho's 5'7". You might got something here, man.
Chris Jericho is not 5'7". He's like 6'3". He's like 6'2" or 6'3".
6'3" is just 5'7" in the wrestling world.
Yeah, pretty much. that might be accurate. Rey Mysterio is like 5'6", but he's also capable of, swinging around another human being without touching the floor for like 30 seconds. I don't think I can do that.
You gotta have a strong. What? You gotta, dude. Rocky was only 5'10", but he was.
No, he's a boxer. They actually have weight classes in boxing, right?
Oh, okay.
Arm reach and stuff like that. It's important in boxing. Wrestling's fake. It doesn't really matter.
You just gotta look like a monster.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be scared, champ. You can look like a monster. Come on.
It was closed circuit, not pay-per-view. They hadn't even started pay-per-view yet in 1985.
Oh. See, you're messing up the facts. I don't believe you anymore, champ. The facts are inaccurate, okay?
Fair enough.
I don't know what's going on.
All right. Moving on. I just wanted to give champ a little, talk about wrestling. That was his moment.
Well, we're in Japan now. I'd rather talk about Japanese wrestling.
That's what I was hoping you would say, but you didn't say anything. He said, I thought you meant all
there was
wrestling.
I didn't know. I don't know what was happening in 1985 in Japan. Sorry. That was a long time ago.
All right, guys. So let's get into Babymetal news. So first off, we're going to start this off with Blue Ridge Rock Festival that canceled nearly after 200 stagehand workers went on strike. Now, if you guys haven't seen it yet, Tank the Tech put out a video about it. He was there, and he talks about everything that went down over there on the festival. So make sure you go check out his video. He talks about the situation they have. He says it's pretty much a shit show when it sums it up. So here's a small little clip from this news site.
At Optical Cable Corporation.
Let's get a commercial.
Optical Cable Corporation.
Optical Cable commercial. Great.
And we go to the site.
All right.
Okay.
Never mind. We're just going to skip that. Anyways, so the strike ended the music. So I thought it was because of it was because of the setup of the concert and everything. Everyone went to shit. But strike ended the music at the Blue Ridge Rockfest, but it may not have been from lightning. So they were saying it was the storm originally. Remember? They said the storm caused it to be shut down. But when they were investigating what some are calling a nightmare, and what led into its cancellation, the organizers stated they canceled the festival because of the weather. Remember? That's what they said. We mentioned this on the Wednesday podcast. But some people are saying that's not the full story. So they received hundreds of emails and social media messages from festival goers asking us to look into why the festival was canceled for weather after it was already hit by the storms. Stagehands who worked the festival told this news, WDBJ7, they walked out on Saturday because of poor working conditions. So it was a lot more than just the weather, guys. Because I thought it was weird that they said it was canceled because of weather, because I'm pretty sure it rained at Aftershock and nothing was shut down. But it wasn't a storm. So it was just weird, because normally they'll figure out how to get it going. But it made us feel like they were pulling the rug over the real problem of what was going on. So shout out to Tank for shedding light on this. That's awesome to actually hold these people accountable. And I think it's really important, because a lot of these people are not held accountable and they just keep doing what they're doing and get away with it. So it's really cool that he shed light on it. Hopefully there is no repercussions. Like he says in the video, there won't be, because the problem is when you do call out these festivals, they'll blackball you. 100%.
So what was the actual problem? Do we not know? We're just assuming that there is an actual problem.
So the working conditions got really bad after the storm. Is that what it?
So
that's the excuse,
so stagehands say the issues started 10 days before the actual festival began, when workers first arrived in Virginia International Raceway. They say from the beginning the showers were not functional and living conditions were unsanitary. Workers claim more than 150 workers were forced to share 6 porta potties for 2 weeks of festival preparation and during the actual event. They say the porta potties were only cleaned out every few days. We were literally living around our own filth and our own mess.
It sounds like that Woodstock in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But this was for the workers. This is all ahead of it, you know? So fed up with the conditions, the stagehands presented a list of demands to Blue Ridge management on Friday. That's awesome that they got together and did that. So, and they demanded more water stations, showers, food, and safer structures within 24 hours, or else they would strike. So they canceled the Saturday's program, citing weather concerns. They said they would provide an update on Sunday's events by 5 p.m. on Saturday, the same deadline for the stagehand strike. So they try to fucking cover it up, is what I'm gathering out of this, which is really crazy.
It sounds like.
Yeah, so it fell on deaf ears, says the stagehand said 80% of the workers were gone by 7 p.m. The festival was canceled and workers were left frustrated by the aftermath. They're trying to control the narrative on us and trying to bury the fact that we ended up walking out, because this correlates with all these other festivals that have dropped the ball and put people's safety at risk. And, you know, that really sucks, man. That really sucks. Luckily, you know, the festival I went to, Aftershock, was well organized for the most part. Maybe just long lines at the water station, but it was pretty manageable, you know, if you're prepared for it. It was really nice.
So many of these promoters, though, they're just like, they don't really consider all of the aspects. They're just like, okay, let's see how many tickets we can sell to this thing. They don't even care if there's enough room for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, this is way more common than it should be. You know what I mean? And I feel like because like Firefest got so popular and it got a big documentary, and now they're going to have a second one and shit like that. There's so much in this world where I feel like people see negative things and then they go, I could take advantage of this thing that was negative and make money off of it. And they just stop caring about the positive aspects of it. Stop caring about taking care of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because
it's
it's like
trying to sell tickets.
Huge responsibility to put on a huge festival like this. It's a lot of work. Tyler says still waiting to hear from them for a refund, so they still have the money.
Yeah, I was just about to read that too. That's crazy. Not just Tyler. I'm seeing a bunch of people in the chat that have not gotten their refund yet. So Blue Rockfest, though, they told the sheriff's office 45,000 tickets were sold for this year's festival. However, the sheriff's office estimates there were 50,000 to 60,000 people at the festival. So WDBJ7 reached out to festival organizers multiple times asking if and when attendees can expect a refund. So far, no one from the festival has responded to our request for comment. Dude, that's a fucking fail.
I smell a lawsuit coming.
Yeah. Guys, make sure you're keeping up to date with this and looking for a class action lawsuit. I'm sure there's going to be one. So you guys can sign it. They'll normally email that to you. Check your junk mail. So whatever you signed up with as an email, normally in these class action lawsuits, what they do is they'll gather their email list from the company and they'll send it to you. That's happened to me for a couple financial institutions that filed for bankruptcy. They'll reach out to the email you signed up with. So make sure you check your junk mail, because they will send it in. They'll send it by email, and they're of course going to expect people to forget about it and not even sign the paper. So make sure you look out for that. I'm sure it's coming.
Watch
Sounds
it go
like
to the spam folder too. You gotta like search for it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they do it on purpose. They'll title it in a way where it gets thrown in spam. And I've talked to companies about this. This is a very common strategy that they do. Domino's tried to do it to me when I was a driver for them. They got sued for underpaying workers for driving. I had that happen with Domino's and a couple other companies, but I'm only going to call it Domino's because they're pieces of shit. But
Dude, if they don't give you a refund, you gotta sue them. Like just there will be eventually, and I'm not saying that like each individual person is going to have to do this, but if they don't give refunds, there will eventually be like one big lawsuit that you could sign your name onto.
Yep.
You know, that everybody's going to be a part of and get your fucking money back, because that is insane.
Facebook also had a lawsuit that I had to sign because of the data thing. They had a lawsuit. If you guys didn't know, you'd be surprised. It's probably past the deadline. That was the other company too. Facebook had that issue. I signed that. I haven't seen anything yet from them. But
yeah, it'll probably be like 10 cents.
So they got sued because of giving out your data when it wasn't very clear that they're giving out your data, even though they try to list it in their rules or whatever, or that thing that you always click on and you never read the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
So,
but intentional deception. They bury it in like 500 pages of tiny letters.
Keep an eye out for that. These companies are shady. They're going to try to get out of it. And you know what? A lot of them succeed. I guarantee you, like the whole Facebook lawsuit, a lot of people didn't even sign it. But anyways, so that forced Babymetal to cancel the concert, of course. And we had read about this last podcast. So they obviously didn't play. A bunch of bands didn't play.
Bro, you just mentioned Babymetal like as soon as we hit 200 likes.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
perfect. You guys did it, and we didn't even mean to do it. But you did it. Well done, well done, chatters.
Yeah, well done.
I just part of the plan.
I just felt it. You know, there's just psychic. Remember? You remember I was the one who knew that they were coming out with a single. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just my psychic ability is like going crazy.
You've got Babymetal running through the blood.
Yeah, I do.
Wave's not the only person with a human in there.
Wait, what? Oh, Billy?
Yeah, fucking Billy. Everyone's gonna be so confused. If they're coming in on the podcast right now listening, they're like, what are they talking about? What do they mean?
Billy Rubin.
Billy Rubin is in Wave right now, if you didn't know.
No, not anymore. He was.
He was.
We're getting rid of that.
I have exercised him.
Oh.
There's layers to that right there. How do we spell exercise? Because that's how you got rid of them, right?
The O. The one with the O.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. They both work.
They both work. That's what I'm saying, man.
Man, everything's gone over my head today. If we don't get to Babymetal soon, we're going to have to give everyone here a refund.
Yeah. All right.
There's going to be a class action lawsuit against Billy. It's going to be Billy's fault. Billy Rubin. Damn him.
Refund your like.
Refund your like. There you go. They could just take the like away very easily.
Oh, crap.
That is a thing. All right, guys.
Giving them ideas, man.
Hit the dislike button, you know? If you want to hit the dislike button, go for it, all right?
No, don't listen to Alan. Listen to Alan after he stops talking about this.
Dislikes
help the algorithm just as much as likes do.
Was it really
YouTube loves a good controversy?
Now? That'd be hilarious. Huh? Did it really drop one? No, it's 207. I was gonna say that's hilarious. All right, guys. Babymetal just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know where to. Where do we even start with this story?
Likes are dropping.
Yeah.
Everyone's unliking.
See what you did, Alan?
I just mentioned Babymetal. Why would you drop it?
I don't know. Let's just talk about Babymetal and hope it stops.
I took mine off.
You took your like off. All right. So the whole plan, I just want to give a special shout out to Surrogate Mold that's in the chat. So he helped me get out to New York. So thank you so much. The plan was, I was struggling to get to a Babymetal show and he helped me out get there. So I ended up planning this trip, planned to fly out there, found out Champ's going to be there too. I plan on staying with him and we're just like, all right, cool. Champ and I are going to go. And
thanks for the invite, guys.
Hey, we did it. Come on, we invited you. You ended up fucking around with Billy, and then we couldn't do it.
That's right.
You've always your invitation.
Me and Billy were having a special weekend.
So I went out there. The expectation was to go enjoy this concert and, enjoy this with Surrogate Molded. So we were just going to have a good time. This first time meeting him. So it was amazing to meet you, man. It was awesome. And Joe, shout out to Joe, he hit me up saying, hey, you want to help me do the sound and do the mic setup for possible meetup? And I wasn't sure what that meant. And we got there. So we just played it by ear. And when we got there, we had been working on this for a while, going back and forth, can't share a lot of those details, but we're working on stuff to hopefully try to get an interview with, DETHKLOK and Babymetal. As you guys know, we're always trying to work on interviews. It's an ongoing thing behind the scenes, trying to get a hold of management and all that stuff. But so we get there and yeah, it just happened. So we talked with management and we got in, and I said this better yesterday on the stream. I'm like messing this up already, but so
you guys got in there and
yeah,
you ended up being able to meet Baby.
Yeah,
you saw them and you got a picture with them and everything.
Yeah, it was insane. Walked up the stairs, and as you're walking up, you see like Commie Band sign room, Babymetal sign room, and you're like, you just see everything as you're walking up, and you're just like, holy shit, really well organized. And then we went into this really small, narrow room that looked like a bathroom. And that was crazy. And the funny thing is, so we get there, right? The girls aren't there, of course. We're talking with everybody, talking with the crew, talking with translator, talking with the person that was setting up everything. At this time, this man, was about this tall, up to my shoulders, scrawny in stature. He had some glasses on, and him and I were just chatting it up, and not realizing who I was talking to. And then all of a sudden they leave the room. The translator starts talking to us, like telling us how these girls are amazing and worked their asses off and do such a good job. She just had nothing but good things to say about the girls, which was amazing. She just kept on going, talking about them. And then she mentioned about, she's like, Kay does an excellent job, like producing the songs and getting the girls ready. And I'm like, and she pointed it's like saying, yeah, Kay who walked out. And I'm like, that was fucking Babymetal. So I had been talking to him the entire time, and cause he had glasses on, so I didn't recognize it. The only picture I saw was like ponytail back, no glasses, wasn't really expecting it. And then, yeah, sure enough, he comes back. I'm like, holy shit. So
dude,
that was fucking wild. Shaking his hand.
Like my hair standing up for you.
Yeah. So at that point,
I was so excited when I saw that picture. I got off the toilet and went and told Rosie. Like, it was that exciting.
Like, I was wondering, but like what I was thinking was they would have a separate management team. So I'm not expecting to see Koba at all. I was not expecting. I didn't realize how much he actually runs. Like, I know he runs a lot of stuff. He's running the show. But I didn't know he was going to be like pretty much the tour manager. Normally there's a tour manager, and then there's a manager that stays with him. He seemed like he's doing the job of two, from what I've seen with other bigger bands. It's always like two people. And normally you just deal with the tour manager and translator, and you don't see the main person running the show. So that's why my head was like, oh, I'm not going to see him, So I think I had that set up,
I think there was probably inside your brain an element of, okay, I'm about to talk to Babymetal. And you were like not even paying attention to the people around you. Like these people are faceless others, at that point. And you're just like waiting to talk to the girls.
Alan brought Wave a wholesome toilet moment. Yes, I did. So I just was super respectful, and we were just talking about the girls and how amazing they were, and Joe is doing a lot of talking about the thing and the setup. I start setting up sound, and guys, the most worst thing could happen. All right. So I'm setting up the sound with Joe, and I help him set up the lights. We're getting the camera set up, getting everything set up. And we're like, all right, cool. Everything's good. And we're ready to do the sound check. Right. So we got the shotgun mic set up, Sennheiser shotgun mic, and I'm like, all right, cool. We got everything going. And then this is like fucking 10 minutes before they're coming, because they told us 5:30. Kobo told us 5:30 they're coming. I'm like, all right, cool. We're ready, right? We got this. I'm like, and then Joe's like, all right, 10 minutes to, let's do a sound check. I'm like, all right, let's do the sound check. The fucking mic doesn't work.
Oh no!
And I'm fucking freaking out. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Why is audio shit always go wrong when I'm around it? Like, why? Like, it's my job is sound, and the mic's not working. So I'm like,
Lord of the Mix.
Joe's pulling off the mic, fucking tapping in his hand, like frantically, like, what's going on? We're trying out all the inputs.
Oh
I'm like,
God.
and I'm like, bro, do you have another mic? Do you want me to go get one? And like, now it's like,
So why you always bring 2 mics,
dude. And now we're 6 minutes to the moment, right? And I'm like, dude, what are we gonna do? So we're trying to inputs. I make sure the phantom power is on. I was like, hey, does the phantom power on? I'm doing it, and I'm like, just reading it, looking at the charts. I'm like, fuck, what are we gonna do? And then Joe's like, oh, I have the Fox mic, like the Fox News mic. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm like, and it's a wireless one, and with wireless, there's a battery concern.
you gotta charge it. Oh,
Yes, dude. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I swear, if the batteries don't fucking work in this mic right now, and now we're like 3 minutes to the moment, right? So we get the mic, and he like taps in the plug at the bottom, and then we look at the thing, and it fucking turns on. And it works perfectly. I'm like, it was just like one of those moments of like, you fucking serious? Like, why is this happening? Like, can we please only have audio issues on live streams? Nowhere else, you know? And
So it went from like the most stressful 8 minutes of your life to like the most relieving.
only the
minute
Fox
of your
mic
life.
knows.
yeah, dude, it felt like a fucking hour of disaster.
That's
in only
too good.
10 minutes, man. And I was like, we got the
Bro,
work, though.
I would have been walking out to like the stage, like trying to sneak the fucking mics from the stage on. Or like, okay, we got
Dude.
one, guys. This one works.
I thought about it. I was like, I even told him, like, do you want me to run and see if because I didn't bring my bag and I had this mic with me. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's not with me. You know, I left my bag at Champs. So I'm like, we're not going back to New Jersey for my fucking, for my bag. I'm like, I know this mic works. Yeah, so that was really fucking stressful. And then, oh my God, guys. And then they walked in and I just was like, I don't want to tear up, but it was,
Do it.
it was crazy. Cause like I told everyone in Austria, I mentioned this story when we were all hanging out. I was like, there's no way I would ever meet Babymetal. And Good, who was there, he was like, dude, you never know what could happen. That's what he said. He was only positive about it. I think Liffy and I were laughing, and we were like, nah, it's never going to happen. And I'm like, nah. And then, you know, dude, just a rush of emotions. I feel it right now.
Do you have the pictures available that you could show the chat?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah, because like everything races through your head at that moment, because like this was the band that I like fell in love with, like in front of everybody, you know, like the start of the channel, the start of everything, and it's just like coming to that head, you know. It was just like all those emotions and feelings just rushed into my head, and I'm like, now they're right here in fucking front of me. What is going, like, you know, and all the imposter syndrome stuff comes in and everything. It was just like, and I was just like, I was like at ease, military style the whole time, dude. I was like, I was just like hands behind the back,
Dude,
against the
Ready
wall.
to bow when you need to.
I
ready to
bowed.
salute
I
when you
did.
need to.
I did. I said a couple things at the end, but I was just respectful, dude. I just watched him do the interview, and then that was it. You know,
Stunned silence.
Dude,
It's a good way to play it though. They appreciate that.
and
Yeah.
you could tell they could feel it. You could tell they could feel it because they were so happy, like when I reached over to shake their hands and stuff, because Koba had given a fan, which said like had Japanese on one side, Babymetal on the other side. He gave it to Momo Metal. Momo Metal passed me the fan, and then I was like, I got to do something, like, but I don't want to be abrasive either. And I was like, maybe a handshake. Maybe I could put out my hand for a handshake, and then because I wasn't really saying much. I just said thank you so much. It was like a pleasure to meet you all, and that's pretty much like the only words I really said. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to partake in the actual questions things, but I'm looking forward to doing that in the future. I think there's something in the future ahead, and you guys know from watching this podcast, our goal is to start interviewing these bands, bringing you guys the best content we can with the Japanese music news. So
step one is meeting.
Yeah,
step one is saying hi.
Yeah.
And step one is accomplished. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I shook all three of their hands.
AJ, you touched them too. But don't phrase it like that.
I know,
so much worse.
And like, I didn't realize, like, you realize when you're a giant at that moment, because like it was like they shook my hand with two hands, guys.
They're like
in order to make the mass of a single hand that Alan had.
And like it was like literally, I'm not even joking, it was like my hand, it was like when I shook Mo's hand, it was like one hand there, one hand there. I was like, are my hands really that giant?
dude,
Cute.
But
They're
that's
cuties.
so freaking cool, man.
Pull up a picture, Alan. I want the people to see what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
They're asking in the chat.
This is why
They wanna see
this is
the
why
picture.
I'm so happy for you, dude, though, because you're not acting like you deserved this. You're so grateful and like respectful of the whole situation, and that's really cool, man. Like,
Hell yeah, baby.
couldn't have happened to a
100%.
nicer guy.
Mhm.
yeah, but anyways, yeah, that happened. So
That was a good moment. It
Yeah.
was a good moment that
Wow.
you will never forget.
yeah, it just like everything that's been happening this week, dude, it's just been fucking nuts. It doesn't make any sense. Like I was telling Wade before podcast, like the Ren thing that happened earlier this week, and then Babymetal, and then it was like what the hell? Like it's like one of those things like I don't know. I just lost for words, man. I lost for words. So
I like, because of all the stuff that's been happening with the doctor, I feel like I haven't really properly processed the Gotcha Spin experience. But like, I can imagine, like, it's such a surreal feeling, at least for me, like my entire brain and body just froze up. I was like just not able to function like a normal person, because I was in so much shock. Like, holy crap, these people I look up to so much and who have had such a huge impact on my life and musically and everything are right here. And I'm like, what the heck do I even say besides just thank you? And it's a crazy feeling.
I just
Can I just say that I feel incredibly left out at this point?
I was actually trying to set you up for that, champ.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting here,
Lobbing
just, like,
you.
Ryan, Wave, Alan, meeting all of our favorite bands, and I'm over here sitting like, okay, I guess I'll just wait until it's my turn.
You're
This
the
is
guy
like what
that
happened last year with Bandmate when you guys were all seeing Bandmate, and I was like, they're not coming here until the end of the year. Like,
oh yeah, I was like, I feel you, bro, and you're like, you don't feel me, bro.
yeah.
I still
Oh,
remember
one
it
day.
vividly.
one day, I'll be in the presence of greatness myself.
Yeah, and it was just wild. It's just wild. Sorry guys, I am like already. You guys took me back to the moment, so like it was just insane. It was a good time, and I can't wait for. I hope everything goes well with management and whatever Joe has set up, and we'll keep you guys informed. There's a lot of loopholes. You guys got to understand. There's a lot of loopholes you got to go through. Just keep that in mind. Be patient with us.
Red tape everywhere.
There's red tape everywhere.
Everywhere. You got to have giant scissors with you, man.
Some of these interviews, like for example, Nemophila, took us a whole month and a half to put up. So keep that in mind, guys. These take time. It takes time. Okay. So it's just it's one of those things. Thank you, Archie Dan, for the $5 super chat. He says met Ryan at Atlanta show briefly. Here's a small contribution for you all to achieve goals. Happy for you and hard work, people. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Archie Dan. And you got to meet Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Cool. Thanks, man.
So yeah. Guys, yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Chewbacca. If you guys see anything that is possible, like leak or anything, please ask them to take it down because you don't want to ruin the chances of other people that are trying to do the media business. The whole point of this is to show that as fans, we can be respectful and, not everybody's bad, because a lot of people in the media business will cut corners and do some really shady shit and ruin it for a lot of people. And this is why there's such a huge gate into meeting some of these bands. So you guys got to remember there's a history with the media. And the thing that we can do and the thing that I want to do with the guys and guys is be respectful media, business, company, or whatever that is respectful with these bands.
All you got to do is turn on TMZ and do the exact opposite of what they do.
Yeah.
And we want them all to like us too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we want them to be like, yeah, we'll do that again.
The biggest thing here that you guys are going to get with us is, and everybody that's helped out, like I said, shout out to Joe, put in tremendous amount of work. So thanks, Joe.
And Andrew, too.
Andrew. Joe and
Andrew
getting us the interviews, yeah.
Yeah, and Andrew is fucking legend. You guys, thank you so much.
We got a good team working with us at this point.
Yeah, Andrew is Gaijin guy. He is on the team. He's behind the scenes. Some of you guys have met him. He puts all this together, guys. All these articles, all the stuff that's going on. As soon as we get more information from Joe, we're gonna promote the crap out of it, and we're gonna talk about it. We'll get Joe on here to talk about it. Maybe if he's available, of course. And we'll keep you guys.
How cool
up to
is
date.
it though? Like that this music has brought us all together, like this community that we exist now and we kind of take for granted now, like it didn't exist. When did we start this? 2 years ago? I don't know. Anyway, thanks to this music, for just sucking us all in and bring us together.
Yeah. And I said this on my Twitch stream yesterday. This band helped me out. It gave me happiness during a very dark time. So,
hell yeah! So it's like not only is it just a band to you, it's also like a part of your life. So it's like when you get to when you have an experience that's actually associated with a band, like you're talking about right now, when you actually do get to be in the presence of it, it's more important than just being a band that you like. It's a band that actually has meaning in your life. And that just adds so much more value to that moment, I think.
Yeah.
100%.
The whole mission to this is like, Daniel was putting the problem with today's media environment is if you ain't first, you're the last. But it always takes somebody to come around and change. It always takes somebody to come around and change it. It doesn't have to be like that. There's a right way to do it. And I think a lot of YouTubers are doing it correct. Like you got Nick Nocturnal doing awesome interviews. Rock Feed, that guy's really cool. Like you do see some positive media outlets out there that are sprouting up. And I think that's really cool. And I think there's going to be a change. The people that bully their way into stuff, fans aren't going to stand for it. Fans are going to care about how it's done rather than the way it's delivered.
Especially if we want to work with people from different cultures who are already have like a different style of media in their culture, right? So it's like if we're going to work with them in America, we have to do it the way, to an extent at least, that they would have done it in Japan and show that the proper amount of respect and blah, blah, blah. I think this is a really good start, man. Really good start.
Yeah. That's what is so cool about the new media, that we're able to do these long form podcasts, talk to each other without any managers, trying to control what we're doing. We can literally talk about whatever we want and promote whoever we want, which is really cool. So we can, I don't know about you guys, but long form is so much more fun, so much more interesting to me because we're able to really dive deep into the topics we're talking about.
And that's why all of your guys' support, this is why we always thank you guys, because we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Like you guys are really helping us because this would be impossible to do it on our own.
Yeah, I always get the impression that like when we say thank you, people might be thinking like they just have to say thank you. But like in reality, it's like Dude, we don't go to all these shows without you guys like watching our shit and like, supporting us and stuff like that. Like we can't even get there if you're not doing that. Like y'all are making this happen as much as we're making this happen, and as much as people like Joe and Andrew are making this happen. It is literally, it would not be possible without all of us, the whole community working together.
Yeah. That really sank in when we did our live show, like seeing people in person and being able to put a face to the names we see in the chat every week. And like, I felt so like unworthy being up there talking. Like, why are these people here listening to me talk? It's weird.
Yeah.
But we really appreciate it.
You're giving us confidence, guys.
I'm glad we're able to talk about something that's so freaking cool, like Japanese rock music.
Yeah. And they were
Yeah, I know, right? Because this could be for anything else, and it could be stuff that we're not really that interested in, right? Like, but this is stuff that we fucking love, man. Like this is the stuff that we care about already. So it's like the perfect setup for
passion.
The passion, exactly.
Yeah, and I was watching something, they have a song about like no bullying and stuff like that. Fans, be nice to each other. If you're one of those fans that gaslight other fans, just stop. Just be nice to each other. There's no reason to just spread more hate around. It's all about being a community, and I know there's always gonna be problems in communities, but everyone has something that's going on in their personal life, and if you're doing stuff on the internet or outing people and stuff, it's just not good for them. Just want to put that out there.
Just try to get the hate out of your life as much as possible, man. Like if you feel like you're hating all the time on like things that maybe not worth, your hatred, then just look at it for a second and go, you know what? Maybe this isn't even worth my time. I think I'd be enjoying my life a little bit better if I was having fun instead of hating.
Get your blood pressure checked.
Get your blood pressure.
And do that. Go for walks.
I'm trying to get it together. I might have to blow my nose here.
All right, you blow
a lot of blowing on this podcast.
I know, all this blowing because we got more to talk about Babymetal. That's not it.
I still want you to show them the picture, though, Alan. Like you still haven't shown the chat the picture.
Yeah. I'll show the picture.
Yeah. So while he's getting that prepared, you want to? I'll start talking about the actual show itself.
Yeah, and I have a list of notes, and I'm going to chime in with Champ on it. Okay, I was going to say something, but I forgot. All right.
Okay, so then it doesn't matter.
All right, go ahead, Champ.
So when they started playing, the funniest part was that Alan goes, "All right, I'm going to go over and get myself a drink." And as soon as he went over and went to get himself a drink, they started playing. And he had to run back into the room. And so they what song did they start with? They started with do you remember, Alan, which song was the first one? Do you have the set list?
How much of that drink did you spill?
I don't think he even made it to the
Is he here?
I don't even think he made it to the bars, because he like went out and then he came back.
He's literally gone.
Yeah, he went out like 20 seconds later. Yeah, it was Death. It was Babymetal Death. That's right. He came back like 20 seconds later. I don't think he had anything in his hand. He like ran back down the stairs. We had really good, like, solid seats too. We weren't down in the crowd. We were at like a first row of the balcony.
Yes, I got the set list here.
Yeah, so if you see the if you look at the video that he posted on our channel, we're like right smack dab in the center, like right in the front of the balcony. It was a perfect place to watch the show. In fact, and it was really people were lenient too. There were people like coming down from ahead and like just kind of like sitting on the stairs next to us too. Nobody minded. Everybody was like totally into it. I had been hearing reports that like the fans hadn't been super into it in the other areas that Babymetal has played so far this year. And I can say 100% that we had a totally different experience at our show. The fans seemed super into it. In fact, more into it than DETHKLOK, I would say. In like, if you're, I don't necessarily want to compare them. It's very, very different. And there was definitely different crowds for the two bands. But when the guy that opened the show, his name was Jason Richardson. He was a guitarist. Like when he came out, he was like, "Are you ready for DETHKLOK? Are you ready for Babymetal? Babymetal got a big pop, man!" And the crowd was into it the whole time. The only thing the crowd was not about was when she tried to part the sea. during Road of Resistance. At
Oh
the end,
yeah,
and they were like, "We're not moving."
there's no room.
Yeah, they were like, we are shoulder to shoulder right now. I don't know where we're gonna go if we try to do that."
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we did get, like,
people are a little larger here than in Japan.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was, but it was funny because like they were, you could see them like look around, like look to their left and right, and they're like, I think we're just gonna stand right here. Sorry.
I think the New York crowd did great though. They got into it. At first it started small and then it opened up. It really did. It really did for that show.
Yeah, I mean they had a circle pit, a really nice one that you actually got on film for a second. They did the rowboat thing. When she asked everybody to sit down, they did the rowboat thing. So we got like all the Babymetal, like, you know, the marks of them being there.
Live experience.
Yeah, the crowd, yeah. But it was cool, man. Like they did do the circle pit, even though they couldn't start with the Wall of Death, unfortunately. But they still got into the circle pit afterwards.
Cool. 11 songs seems so short.
And it was.
It felt like,
but it flew by.
It felt like 10 minutes. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, out of all the shows that I've seen recently, which has been quite a few at this point over the last year, this one went the fastest. It just, like, when they got to Road of Resistance and they started playing it, I was like, no. Like, they didn't just play 10 songs.
Already?
Yeah, they didn't just play 10 songs. Like, sometimes you go to see a show, and by the time you're at the end of it, you're like, okay, I'm ready for it to be over, you know, type of thing. This one, I was not ready at all. Like, I felt like they still had, like, fucking another 10 songs left in them, man.
Yeah. So let me say this. So after this whole Babymetal thing, they walked out of the room, and we were, like, left there stunned for a good few minutes. I remember that I had to go find a seat. So I ran over down the stage and I got in. I think Chant was just pulling up or whatnot, right? And then I got to the first balcony. It was already full. The whole stage was full. They were letting people in and stuff. So I ran in there, got into the seat, and then I actually met someone that was seeing Babymetal for the first time. Shout out to Cynthia. She came up to me and I was like, "Hey, someone's sitting there." I'm like, "No." And we just started talking about Babymetal the whole time. And then I found out it was her first show like ever. She had been following him for a while, and I was like, "That's awesome that this is your first show." So we were talking about Babymetal the entire time until Champ got there, and we just sat there and waited. And we had, what was it, Jason, what's his?
Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson. So he came out. I talked about this on Twitch. It was cool. I still wish there was a full band though. That was a little weird for me, but it was still. It was okay. It was like a nice shreddy solo.
This man is a very talented instrumentalist. He's very good at what he does, right?
Very talented.
And I think a lot of what he did was like he pre-recorded stuff like with all the instruments, and then so his whole deal is he has a pre-recording, he plays it live, and then he just plays a lead guitar over it.
Yes.
So that's like what his set is.
Yeah.
And then there were a couple covers. I think he did like a Polyphia cover. And so he's basically playing solos over songs, which is, you know, he was really good. But I think as like
the light show was cool behind him.
Yeah, the light show behind him was cool. And like, not to take anything away from his talent, but I think if you're like already like a guitarist, you're like, okay, like I can, you know, like when we go do band practice, like we see this type of stuff happen. So for me, I wasn't like super engaged with it, but I don't want to take anything away from the talent of him. He was still like really good at what he did.
Yeah, no, amazing. But you know, I was telling people on Twitch, like, it's probably, I'm a little biased. Like, this is definitely one of the first concerts where I'm like, I don't want to watch anyone else right now but Babymetal.
Dude, that's how I feel. Like, I know that's how I'm gonna feel when I see them on the 26th.
I felt everyone's pain for the first time, because normally I'd be like, oh, show them some love, the bands, but this time I was like, I want Babymetal now.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I was actually in the same, because as soon as I sat down next to you, Alan, I remember you were like, I was like, oh, I was just talking to somebody in the line that said that Babymetal's going to go on before DETHKLOK. And then you were like, no, DETHKLOK's going to go on first. And I was like, Oh, and like it wasn't because I didn't want to see DETHKLOK. I really did want to see DETHKLOK because like I know them from fucking Metalocalypse 20 years ago, you know, and I remembered a lot of their songs too when they played them. But I was so ready to see Babymetal that I was just like, okay, I guess I'll watch other shit first.
Yeah,
I have to.
If I have to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
DETHKLOK came on and really cool. Like, and it was cool that they showed the band at the end. I just, like I said, I don't know if it was just the moment leading up to it. I just didn't give a fuck. I just was like, hurry up.
So I like
Babymetal.
I liked it more than Alan did, I think. 'Cause ultimately, I did think like I think they're a really good band. Like the band itself.
Mhm.
The only problem that I had with it was that like so the way, let's talk about the setup, right? So the
Was
setup
DETHKLOK
there's a band on
longer?
the stage.
Because it felt like a 3-hour show when DETHKLOK went on. That's how it felt to me.
I think that's just you waiting for Babymetal.
Your perception is your reality.
But here, I do want to talk about like, so here's the setup, right? So the setup was their band is on the stage and they're in silhouette form, right? So the lights are turned down and there's a big screen in the background that plays stuff. Now there's like really entertaining segments that they're doing also, where like in between songs you get like a, what's that guy's name? Something Bones something. Like this skeleton face that just like shows up and like talks about etiquette, but like in the
What?
in the most like inappropriate way. Like this is what concert etiquette should be. But he's just like, you fat smelly people, you gotta go take a shower type of thing, right? And then there's like
This is part of the DETHKLOK show?
yeah. So and he talks about like how now weed is legal, so he's like, yeah, alcohol and weed is great, and then he slowly gets more stoned as he's talking, and his words get all messed up, and that stuff was actually like really entertaining to me.
If I was stoned out of my mind, it would have been great. I would have been tripping out. I was like, there's a fucking floating head talking to me right now. This is insane.
Face bones. That was his, yeah,
So,
exactly.
Get stoned before the concert.
I highly recommend. No, just kidding. I do not condone drugs. Don't do it.
No, but Face Bones did recommend it. He was like, do it. Just don't be an asshole about it. That's
yeah. That's true. He condoned it. Facebook.
Yeah. So when
Face
the band was
Bone?
actually, Face Bones is his name.
That's so horrible.
When the band is actually playing, it's like the music video of the song in the background, right? So like that's basically what you're watching. So I had seen a bunch of this before because their music videos, some of their music videos at least, I don't think all of them, but some of them were on the show itself, right? So I had seen some of the music videos, and I wasn't like super engaged with those because I felt like I was watching the program again. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I was watching a music video that I've already seen.
I didn't have that background like you did because I never really heard of that. I heard of Metalocalypse and I just remember seeing like one little cartoon short of him throwing his symbol up to the crowd and chopping their head off. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't remember any songs.
Very accurate. Well, but there were some of those videos, bro, that I either forgot about or they were newer. I'm almost positive Mermaid Murder was from the show originally, but rewatching, like seeing that video with the shrimp family getting murdered by the mermaid family, and then growing up to murder the mermaid family, and then back and forth was just like those. Dude, there's one song where like it starts out as like I ejaculate fire, and then the video is literally like a pharaoh that gets
that's when the lady was like blowing him and it was a demon, and then it's like
a demon zombie lady like blows him until his crotch becomes fire, and then he runs around shooting people with his fire crotch, just murdering them until she finally comes back at the end and she pulls her shirt down and starts firing fire out of her
tits,
and they murder each other. Like this is what you're getting when you go see DETHKLOK. Just murder.
How did they get paired with Babymetal?
I don't know. And like
3 innocent girls dancing, and then you get
DETHKLOK was
what
R-rated.
you just said.
But it was like, I mean, the videos that I hadn't seen that I wasn't already like super aware of, I was super engaged with it personally. I just thought that they were hilarious and they were brutal, and I was just like, this is insane. I'm enjoying this. And the band is a really good band. They had 2 female guitarists up there with them too.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. They show the band at the very end. They do show the band, which was really cool. I just don't get why they didn't do it the whole time though. They should have done it the whole time. Come on.
Well, I don't think you could show the screen if the lights are on, right? Because then
Babymetal did it no problem. They had the whole screen going the whole time while they're playing.
Yeah, but most of the Babymetal screen was black, right? It was like a black background.
No, it wasn't.
And you got like stars and the. Are you sure?
No,
about
no,
that?
yeah,
like,
no. It was a whole like pentagram. Like it was all red for a part of it, and then for monochrome, it was the entire monochrome music video, like the backdrop. No, they had it on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I was just staring at the at the band and the girls. I didn't even notice the background for Babymetal, but for DETHKLOK, it was all about the background.
Yeah,
but I mean that's kind of the purpose, right? They're cartoon characters, so you're really not supposed to be paying attention to the band itself.
That's true.
But I was happy, like you said, that they actually showed them at the end so that we could give them a little bit of respect. And you know what I was trying to figure out? I don't know if you remember this, Alan, but there was a moment where they were talking to the crowd and they were doing the voices of the characters.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if that was the people live or if that was like a pre-recorded thing. Could you know?
Like, I think it was pre-recorded because I don't think they had the voiceover because it did feel like it was pre-recorded because they kept it all dark. That's what I think, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if the people in the band were like doing the voices of the characters like on stage, or if that was a pre-recorded from the actual characters that are in the show. It was hard to tell. Honestly.
If they said New York in it, then I would have believed that it was not recorded, but it did sound like a pre-recording. But anyways, guys, I got something to tell you guys because there was a couple songs that fucking shocked me at this concert. I'm just gonna go through the list. I'll give you guys a rundown.
Perfect. That's what I was wondering.
There's songs I didn't like that ended up being my favorite songs of the entire concert, which I was fucking shocked.
Does it start with a P? P P?
It does actually.
I gotta say, I'm right with Alan on this one. By the way, there was one song in particular that might have been the best song live that they did that I did not like before that.
So, all right, if you guys know, you know what songs I'm talking about. But anyways, all right. So they start off with Babymetal Death, okay, and I was so fucking happy. We're all screaming and yelling and getting right into it. So they do Babymetal Death, perfect intro, just flawless, and then they go right into Gimme Chocolate. We're all screaming. I love the dance. The dance has changed up a little bit too, and it looks just as good. I like what they were doing with it. And then, of course, Papa Ya is like now one of my favorite songs to listen to live, 100%. And that was one song I did not like, but it's so fun. It's so fun. So we had Sergio Mullis give me this towel. So I actually had an official towel. Normally I just spin the t-shirt. So I was spinning this there. So that was pretty fucking cool.
You weren't spinning shit. You were recording.
I like
you
towels.
gave that to me to spin.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't spin it. I gave this to Champ, and then I gave the Cynthia the spin for me while I was filming. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted to give back to you guys. I was like, let me film the whole concert. I thought that was, I wanted to do something for you.
Like
also, that's why I did it.
I have watched it too. It's a really solid quality video. Like it's in the perfect spot.
Yeah. And, so if you want to watch the concert, it's there. And the full thing from beginning to end of the concert. There's a couple moments where I dropped my phone, but just don't worry about that.
I'm with you, John Payne.
Yeah.
And I apologize, by the way, that like if you hear somebody singing over half the concert, that's Champ.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
Champ's beautiful voice.
Penta, thank you for reminding me. So something that I don't understand. New Yorkers, come on. Why can we not spin towels properly? Like, what the fuck is up with that?
Hey, it's hard to spin a towel.
Like in Austria, everyone had like the Babymetal fans were scattered, right? But you could still see a solid spin. Like there, it was like what? Like what the fuck is this? You spin it, guys. Come on. Like I was just shocked. I'm like, how are we not able to get like in synchrony of spinning? It was like just mind blowing to me. So. I thought that was pretty hilarious because the whole time I'm just sitting there watching everybody just struggle to spin it. But you know what? New York made up for the craziness with the mosh pit. The mosh pit was pretty fucking cool.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, dude. Everyone just struggled to spin the towel for Papa Ya, but it was still great. It was still screaming and singing.
So I didn't. I'm just gonna say this. I still didn't love Papa Ya. I
get out of here.
I liked it better live.
Because you didn't sing. You didn't sing along.
but I was like, I don't know.
No,
Yeah, it's
no. Champ's doing drugs again. He's tripping. Papa Ya was fucking great live. I'll never listen. You're right. I'll never listen to it in the car. That's definitely a song for live for me.
Would you rather
Papa
listen
Ya,
to Chemical Reaction or Papaya?
Chemical Reaction. But to be
Get
fair,
the
I
fuck
would have
out
said
of here.
but I would have said the same thing. I would have said the same thing about BMC before. And that one.
Hold on, we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right.
We're getting there, right? First, Papa Ya. People learn how to spin a fucking towel. That's all I'm saying. Please,
Again?
for the love of God, learn how to spin towels. All right. Omaha, Nebraska. I'm coming to you. Let's do this
We
properly.
really need to pound this towel thing down.
Yeah, we gotta get this towel thing down. We're gonna be there in Nebraska. We're gonna be up front. And we're gonna spin that towel properly. Okay.
I didn't notice all the towel spinning at fouls. To be totally honest, I didn't realize what were they doing? Just like,
Dude, it was like they were doing this shit. Like, what is this? Like, it was like, guys, it's a spin. What is? And you wrap it around your hand. I don't know. It was. I don't know. It was mind blowing because I remember in Austria we were all like in sync, even though the Babymetal fans were spread out. Like we still had it down, you know. But anyways, so after that, I love how they start this off, right? Because you have this intro going, you have this memorable song, "Gimme Chocolate" start, so everybody's getting into it. You know, this is the classic hit, you know, the thing that blew up Babymetal. And then you get Papa Ya, so everybody's just fucking moving at that point. We're all dancing, getting into it. And then they hit us with fucking distortion. And this is where Sue's vocals were perfectly mixed. They got the levels adjusted because she's a little quiet in the beginning, but they made her louder. And I'm telling you right now, Sue did excellent at this concert. She fucking killed it. And it got heavy as fuck with distortion. And it just brought, and this is where the mosh pit started. And I was kind of, you guys can hear me in the video. I'm like, what's up with these mosh pits? And then they started growing and getting bigger and bigger when distortion came in. But then
it also helped that they changed the vocals. Like that was my concern going into that song. Cause I remember leaning over to you and being like, dude, her vocals are a little quiet, aren't they? And
yeah,
you
they were.
Yeah. And then like 5 seconds later, they turned it up. And I was like, oh, there we go. That's so much better.
This is normal at concerts. I've seen this happen so many times. You know, it's one of those adjustments because the vocal volume is different for Babymetal Death. That's why it's a different mix for the vocals. So they have to keep them all together in a line. So when she switched over to lead vocals, they have to do another adjustment. But anyway, so we get BMC. Guys, I'll be honest with you, I don't like the song. I never have. But this was my fucking favorite song of the night. Like, this was my favorite song of the fucking night.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so good live. It was
something
insane.
about it, man. I don't know what it was about that one specifically, because we talked about this previously, like Papa Ya and BMC made for the live experience. We already knew that, right?
Yeah.
Papa Ya didn't super win me over, but BMC was, I mean,
and you're tripping about Papa Ya. You didn't spin the towel right. That's right. That's why you were just so disappointed at your towel spinning, and it just made you sad. Maybe that's why I didn't like the song.
Sure. Let's blame the towel spin.
We'll blame the towel.
But BMC was perfect. It, like outside of Road of Resistance, which ended up closing the show. We'll talk about it in a second. But this song, whole new respect for it. The way that they put this live, man, I was up on my feet. First of all, I was struggling to sit down in that chair anyway. I don't know why I got balcony seats. Like I was trying to stand up the whole time.
Nobody's following those rules
and
anyways.
dancing like a maniac, bro. But like that song in particular, I was on my feet. I was jumping up and down the whole time. By the time it was over, I was coughing like a fucking maniac.
Champ got hyped.
God, I'm too old for this.
Champ got fucking hyped. Like I was like so sad I was holding the camera. I'm not gonna do it at Nebraska. I'm enjoying the full fucking concert, but I saw him getting hyped for that. But I remember looking at Champ the whole time and being like, holy fucking shit, this is so good. This is like the best version ever. Like out of all the concert DVDs I've seen, this was the best BMC, hands down. Like it was, what was it, man? Like
I honestly don't know. Like,
it was just so heavy. It was like,
oh, that's the other thing. Let's mention that real quick, okay? If you've only listened to Babymetal on the albums, like recorded versions, even watched their live performances on YouTube or whatever, you don't fully understand how heavy they actually are. Like the baby metal part of it, the metal part of Babymetal, that feels like it kind of goes in and out sometimes depending on the songs that you're listening to on the albums and stuff like that. the metal part existed the whole time for the concert. Every song
But even
was heavy.
even the da-da-da-da-da-da, like that was perfectly done. Like compared to the mix on the album, like that was a part that annoyed me on the album. But live, not at all. I enjoyed the hell of it. I even think she was rapping was better. Like when she did that, like, and then when it was just her doing it by herself, the crowd was going nuts. And it was great to see. And it was highlight song of the night for me, which was insane. I mean, a lot of songs were highlight. I mean, I fucking enjoyed all of them, but BMC blew my mind. And then it transitioned perfectly into Believing, where she shows off her vocal skills, man. And I said that about that song in the reaction. It's all about her vocals on that one. But the music was just as good too. Believing was just really good live. Another song that's just insanely better live. We already know they're much better live, period. But it was just really crazy how good that was when she's holding notes. She was like killing it. She was killing it.
But not just better live. Like they're actually like, this is the thing. Like so many, this is the thing that Babymetal's had to deal with forever, right? Like people get like fucking putting up a blockade and saying, "Oh, they're not really metal." It's like if you went to that show, there is nothing else that you could think that they are. They are a fucking heavy metal band, bro. Yes, they have melodies and they're catchy and stuff, but everything just felt like all those people. They're like, they're not metal. If they went to their show, they'd have nothing to say about it.
Yeah, BMC was a fucking phenomenal. And then going into Believing, and then like I was saying before, this was like the perfect set list for something to be climactic. And I think that's why it went so fast. Like I remember when we got the monochrome, I'm like, are we midway through the set already? Because I always know that monochrome is like the midway part. When monochrome came, it was like 1 minute in real time. Like everything was sped up to 60 seconds. Like, so we watched 60 seconds of 5 songs. That's what happened. So 5 songs were played in 60 seconds. I don't know how they did it. They warped fucking time, and it was impressive as hell. I've never seen a band warp time for me, but it did happen. All right. So not only is Babymetal great, they can manipulate time, and I don't know how they do it. This is probably why they can do all these dances like crazy.
It's really interesting. The set list, I'm looking like over the past month of, this US tour. The set list seems pretty set in stone, except for that one song before Monochrome. They played Believing for you guys, but the show before that, they played Maya in that slot. And the show before that, they played Mirror Mirror. Seems like that's the only song they're kind of flipping out during the... I hope I get Mirror Mirror. That would be pretty sweet.
I kind of wanted to hear Mirror Mirror too, I'm not going to lie, but I enjoyed the concert so much that by the end of it, I forgot that I wanted it.
Yeah, it didn't even matter. You enjoyed every single song. It was so exciting. Like they put on a fucking show. Like it was an amazing show. And then we got Metally, which was so awesome because we had Kami Band started off with an instrumental, and hands down, the guitar solo was one of the most unique solo out of the entire night. And they did over like the same key as Metally before that song, and they did a highlight of each of the members, and it's funny because the solo was just phenomenal. I remember going to Champ like, dude. And then you got the bass sound, which was fucking incredible, and that's what was really adding to the heaviness in BMC. Because once you heard the bass, you're like, holy shit! It sounded like it was running through so many amps. It was just amazing. The only thing I gotta say, they need to get Barone a longer solo, more technical. That was way too short of a little solo lead, because we know Barone can fucking play, and that little whatever he did at that show was not a drum solo.
You mean on the pre song?
Yeah, when they were doing the solo stuff, he just did
That's the drummer?
Yeah, he just did a kind of thing, and I'm like, what? No, why would you do that?
It was pretty short. I think all that stuff, like if we had seen like a show where they weren't on tour with like, 2 other groups, that section probably gets extended, but because they're under the time limit, they probably were like, okay, we got to do this as fast as possible.
No, extended time limit. Okay. No excuses.
Well, I'm not saying they shouldn't have. I'm just saying that's probably why.
Give DETHKLOK 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah. Why would you give DETHKLOK 2 hours? Like DETHKLOK had the ability to extend time and Babymetal had the ability to shorten time. I don't know how the fuck
I'm
that's
not
possible.
with Alan on this. I thought they sounded great. I liked DETHKLOK ending.
You're gonna
I
be
didn't
time
say- I
traveling.
didn't say DETHKLOK was bad. I just said they had the ability to play for 2 hours within an hour, and it was impressive.
You said it was so boring that sounded like it was an extra hour.
I didn't say it was boring. I said they extended time. I mean, that's take that for what
I
it's
like
worth.
Babymetal more. I will definitely say that the Babymetal aspect of it went way faster than everything else that was there, and it was such a disappointment when it was over that it was over. You know, it's just like, wait, no way. And then when they walked off to, okay, well, we'll get there. Let's go to the next song.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, Metally was when Sue told everybody to get down, and this is when you can hear Champ in the video. It's hilarious. Champ and I are fucking screaming at everybody to sit because they're taking forever. And like we didn't realize how packed it is because we're up in the balcony, right? So we're like we're yelling at everyone like fucking sit down.
And then you can see, you can see people trying to sit down, but there's not enough room for everybody to get down. So they're like, so you can see if you look over at this point, look over to the left side of the stage, you can see a bunch of people like crouch backwards, but they can't get on their asses, and this whole section is just kind of like leaning back. It's so
sitting
fucking
on
funny to
top of
watch.
each other.
Yeah, it
basically.
was like almost impossible for people to
They
sit
were
down.
trying, you know, but they couldn't quite get there.
This makes me want to get balcony seats.
I was like telling everyone like Sue said to fucking sit down.
Yeah, that's I was like, I got up and I said, get your asses down.
And then the cool thing too is like the crowd started rowing like halfway like during that break. That was pretty fucking cool.
Because one section, so there was this one section of the crowd that for whatever reason, the way that it was formatted, they were the section that was able to get the circle pit going. They were the section that was able to try to start a death. What's it called? The death part.
Wall of Death.
Mhm.
Wall of Death. Yeah, and they were the section that actually sat down on their asses and started the rowboat thing. Right.
Yeah.
So like for whatever reason, this section was really, really good at it, while all the other sections really struggled.
But I gotta say though, when Metally hit, right, it was the fucking concert was over. Like I remember Metally happened and it just being ending. So we had them rowing. Everyone, the mosh pit was getting way bigger. We had a huge one in the back. I talked to a couple of them that were in the pit like nonstop, but it got fucking giant. And then you had a front one also. So it was really cool. So you had these like two pits going on at the same time. And after Metally, they just brought it home. They just kept bringing it. Megasune right after Metally. Just instant scream in the crowd from everybody. And I'll say it. I'll say it again. I always say this. Megasune is like that is the epitome of Babymetal right there. That song is everything Babymetal. It's just like the iconic song for them. You know?
It seems
So-
like the crowd reacted that way too. Like as soon as they started playing it, it was probably the biggest pop from the crowd for a song starting.
Yep. And then after that, we got Headbanger, which the crowd just gets fucking nuts and starts moshing even harder. Like I thought they were gonna do like an early Wall of Death before Road to Resistance, but they didn't. So it just got crazy. So yeah, there was 2 circle pits, Pandemic, and you know, doing her thing, brought it out. Everybody had the bond. We're all yelling it and singing it. Sorry, guys, for the ones that watched that video of the filming that we did. Probably Champ and I are like singing our asses off through that entire recording.
I don't think it's just us either. They're like everybody around us.
No,
knew all
Cynthia
the
next to me
lyrics
was
and
going
stuff.
crazy too. It was awesome. Yes, like Paul said, Megasune is a timeless classic. Yes, no problem, Checker. It was awesome to be able to share that with you. And it was cool because the film that we did was from like the audience perspective. I thought that was going to be a cool little shot to see. But then after that, dude, we got Road to Resistance. And I'm telling you,
which I was so fucking happy that they were going to play, by the way. Because I
Did
know
you
that they don't, I guess they've been
they were
playing
gonna
it at all
play
their
it?
shows. I guess they've been playing at all their shows this year.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, they don't always play that song at their shows. So I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, thank God. Because that's my favorite. That's my favorite Babymetal song. I think overall, I just absolutely love the structure of it. I love they even did the moments where, like, you know, their official live video of Road of Resistance where, like, you know, the background changes and you get that one shot from underneath where it's like they're in 3 doorways that are lit up and it just looks so beautiful. They it just still looked so beautiful, man. Like everything that they did, all the positions that they were in. And these girls, by the way, they're so good choreography wise at being in the right spots at the right moments to get like the lighting proper and all that stuff, because it really felt like this big, huge show that, like, even though it wasn't that big, like there wasn't that many people, like, it sold out, but there wasn't that many, like the venue is not that big, right? But they made it feel big anyway, which is so hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal, man. They went nuts, and it was, you could just tell everybody was going into pit. Like there's just extra people everywhere in the audience just joining that mosh pit. I thought the whole, like, I thought everybody was going to be in the mosh pit at one point. Like it just kept expanding. I'm like, is this going to be filled out? Because there was barely any room. They needed a bigger venue, honestly. I think they could have got more people there. I don't know if they sold it out or not, but
no, they did sell it out. Bless you. Well, at least
they didn't sell it out.
No, they did. Well,
they did?
Cool. When I looked for tickets, the only ones that were available, because I had an extra ticket. Unfortunately, like stuff kept happening, and I ended up having an extra ticket that I couldn't even like get rid of. But like, when I was looking at the tickets, because I was going to go sell it, I was looking at what was available, and there was only resale available. So to me, that means
it's all sold out.
Sold out.
Yeah, Dusty said, I told myself I wasn't going into the mosh pit, then Road of Resistance started. Exactly, dude. I'm so happy for you that you got the mosh pit. And you know what? I'm not scared of the Wall of Death, because I did my first Wall of Death at the Sim concert, and it wasn't that bad. Everyone like goes soft when you meet up. It just turns into a circle. I was like, oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure what to expect.
You run towards each other until you're about 6 inches away, and then you like curve.
Yeah. So I was fucking scared to do. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. We're all gonna run at each other right now. It's like,
like a battlefield.
It's like
I would hope they're soft.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
It went by way too fucking fast. It really did. It was insane. I couldn't believe
that
it was
band
over.
Is so good, man. The American Comedy Band is so good, and they're so good at, like, I don't know. They just felt like, I didn't feel it or hear any difference from like the Japanese comedy band when they played the song either. I was just like, this is exactly what I wanted it to sound like. That comedy band is so good, man. The American one. I loved seeing it, man. I loved seeing it. I thought the sound was great. Oh, that was the other thing. Like the mix of the instrumentals was 100% perfect. I wouldn't have changed a single thing. And that's like the one thing that I always have. Like whenever I come out of a show, I'm always like, I wish they turned
perfect
the
mix
up a little bit or something like that. No need to adjust anything. It was flawless.
Yeah. Rob, choreographed mosh
You guys should come to Minneapolis.
I want to go, man, but I'm going to Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, I really want to go.
Screw Avenged Sevenfold. I'm just
oh man, I wish I could go. Next time, Wave. Next time band goes to Minneapolis, I'm going. Then we can jam and write songs. In the meantime. Yeah, the American Comedy Band is basically the comedy band now. Because they did all the Europe shows too. Either way, it doesn't matter. It was amazing. The mix was phenomenal. This was the best Babymetal concert I have ever went to. I've only been to 2, so I mean that's not saying much, but it was phenomenal.
I do think that even though like it would have been cool to have like a larger venue with more people in it, like I still felt like it felt so intimate. Like this is the experience that I wanted. It was exactly what I was hoping it would be, in the sense that like we were close enough. Like everybody in the venue was close enough, and it just felt like they were playing the show for this like kind of smallish group of people, and we were part of that smallish group of people, and that, I don't know, that is more appealing to me than like a big 50,000 person venue or whatever.
Dude.
Yeah,
and I totally felt it. I felt even though we were in the balcony, I felt like we were close. That's awesome. Like that's an awesome feeling.
That's what's so mind blowing about this tour, is that they are playing these small venues, because you're used to watching their live videos and they're playing these massive, stadiums, and
maybe they're
playing small venues here.
Maybe they're just re-injecting themselves. I feel like they're gonna do a lot of great things coming soon. I mean, Metally was such a badass release, such a badass song. It's already one of my favorites to listen to. Just going back to that, doing the washoy, we're all singing that. It was just wild. It went by way too fast.
I got super into that one too, man. Like everybody,
so good.
Everybody, the call and response for that one might have been the best.
Yeah, dude,
from the crowd.
Yeah, it was good. The crowd was amazing. It was really good.
Yeah, which is so crazy that everybody's talking about how like some of the crowds have been so shitty in America. And it's dude, the NYC crowd was awesome.
I love that I got to see like Babymetal in my home state too. So that was cool.
Dude,
Like,
the Minneapolis venue's only 1,500 cap. What theater were you at?
I think we're 2,200 at Hammerstein, if I recall.
It's 2,500, I thought, for Hammerstein.
Okay, so something, something around
Yeah.
there.
So the Minneapolis one's gonna be tiny.
Yeah,
dude, that's crazy. 1,500 people. See, I wonder if they're like testing waters or something like that. They've been here before, and they've definitely played bigger venues.
Okay, 3,500 in the Hammerstein, says Surrogate Moldets. Houston 6,000. Orlando's 10,000. Holy shoot,
Dude.
shit.
3,500 at
Holy
the
shit.
Hammerstein. Really, I didn't even realize there was that many people. It didn't feel like there was that many
Orlando
people
was
there.
36. I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? The concert's great. Doesn't matter how many people. Just go fucking watch them. They're fantastic. So just go
I'm
watch
just
them.
excited that I get to be at one of the small ones.
No,
Yeah.
Hammerstein's 2,200.
2,200. Okay.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Yeah, guys, if you're listening on Spotify, come over to YouTube, drop us a comment where you saw them live or where you're going to see them live. Chat, let me know. Have you seen them already? What concerts have you went to? Drop them right now. I'm curious to see how many concerts you guys have went to already.
Oh, and by
where.
the way, they finished the set the same way that they do like with the Road to Resistance official live or whatever, where they do the whole "We are baby metal, we are baby metal, we are baby metal." See you. And I was just like, I had watched that video so many times. I was just ready to scream "See you!" Like for like 15 minutes. I was waiting to just be like "See you!" like such a fanboy, bro.
Dude, I was like, when they
that
did
in
the
the
See
video?
You, I wanted to cry because I was like, it's over. Why?
I know, right?
I broke my throat at the CU.
I had no voice the next day, dude. I don't even think it's back yet. It's still like recovering, but I lost my voice. It was insane.
Is anyone here gonna be at the Babymetal in Minneapolis?
You make me feel sad.
I don't have a concert buddy.
33 concerts is how many Paul has went to. Holy shit, dude.
Feels like
You know,
that feels like too many concerts.
If you guys remember Kobe, he's doing like he did a podcast with me talking about his Babymetal experience, and he's going to like almost every show in Europe almost, which is insane. I want to go with him. So sad.
Dang.
It's so good, man. It's so good. But
Yeah, it was a great show, man.
it
Thoroughly
was
enjoyed
amazing.
it.
10 out of 10.
I wish we didn't get lost on the way back out a little bit, but aside from that, everything else was perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh, Kobe's in Toronto right now. Yeah, they're gonna be playing Toronto when? Let's see. Let's pull up the Babymetal tour list. What do we got going on here? Then we'll get back to some of the last minute Japanese news here. Got some Hanabi. Do they have a tour list mentioned anywhere? Babymetal tour.
What are you talking about right now?
Babymetal. So it looks like we have I have all the November dates here. So we got Norway, Denmark, Germany, Austria. This is all November. Ooh, I could go if I can get out there. I don't think I can get out there though. France, Netherlands, Spain. Oh, dude.
They're going everywhere, man. These they're making so much money right now. Good for them.
Yeah, I want to see Electric
dude.
Callboy, Dusty. That's another band I really want to see live. I was in Boston, but I was playing that day, the day that they were playing. Babymetal World Tour. So live in Toronto, it's going to be Monday is when they're doing the Toronto show. All right.
Cool.
And then Grand Rapids is the next show after that. And then in Chicago on the 21st and 23rd, we got the Kentucky Exposition Center. And the 24th of September, we got Milwaukee, Eagles Ballroom. And then 25th, we got Minneapolis. 27th, we have St. Louis Music Park. And then we got Omaha, which I'll be at that one, the Steel House. Actually, Wave, I might be able to pull off Minneapolis. Wait, I just realized I got my dates wrong.
What?
Yeah, I got my date because Avenged Sevenfold is this weekend, the 22nd. So it's actually next week. I might. He says the 26th. Minneapolis?
Yeah, I think it's a Tuesday.
Oh, dude, I'm in Nashville. Fuck. Yeah, I'm flying back Tuesday.
Oh,
Man, if I would have known that, I would just flown to Nashville and then flown to Minneapolis. Damn it. Oh, well. Next time. And they're going to Salt Lake, Denver after Omaha, and then Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah, they have a crazy tour going on, guys.
Dude, is it true that they played 100 shows this year? Or they're playing 100 shows total? Because that is, oh my God, it's like one show every 3 days almost.
Yeah.
yeah. I couldn't believe how many shows they have already played this month.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
Then you got Vancouver and then Seattle. I'm going to see them at Aftershock. That's going to be awesome. And then Las Vegas. I really wish I could have went to that show. I had a ticket for that one, but I have to go to Aftershock. Then Arizona. And I didn't even know this was a thing, but in LA, there's a YouTube theater.
What the?
Yeah. And then Kobe World Memorial Hall. It says extra next to it. I don't know what that means. And then Makahari Messe Hall they're doing on November 3rd.
So basically, they're just going to keep going. They're just never going to stop.
Yeah.
They played a bajillion shows, and they're going to play a bajillion more. If you live anywhere, like
they've been playing since April.
Get
That's
your tickets.
crazy.
Work
man,
ethic.
They're going hard. This is a seriously hard ass tour that they're on right now.
Oh man, that makes me feel so freaking lazy.
don't. This is how they get paid, man. Don't worry about it.
One day.
Yeah. Maybe when you're making the money that they're making from music, then you can feel lazy if you're not doing it.
All right,
All
guys.
right. Well, anything else? I think we're done, right?
Yeah, we're done. Just a really quick shout out for Hanabiye. They're doing Imagine Dragons theme song cover of Believer for a show.
Oh.
Just real quick. Our boys at One Eye Closed. Just go ahead.
That should be a way better than the original.
Then we have One Eye Closed. Our buddies over there. They just released a new song called Glass. You guys should go check it out. And then top 10 real quick. Let's do the top 10. East of Eden.
Top 10.
Staying at 10. Number 9. We got Atarashi Gakko go down 2 spots. Number 8, we got Bandmate with Shambles. Staying right there, guys. They've been...
Oh, by the way, like I didn't even realize they did a new song when I was off the grid. They released or they played that new song in Japan. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I haven't even heard it yet.
We haven't heard it yet.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, it was just a live show that you can't.
Yeah, it was just a live show that they did at. And then number 7, we have Queen Bee, Mephisto dropping down 2 spots. That was up in number 1 for a while, so it's going down. Number 6, we got Rad Wimps, Stydon, and featuring Zorn. Number 5, we got Passcode with Groundswell, which they played on this tour. Number 4, Maximum Hormone dropping 2 spots. So sad. So sad. It's a great song. But Babymetal staying strong at number 3.
I gotta hear that.
With Metal Eat. Dude, it's good. The new Maximum Hormone is good. Number 2, we got Wagaki Band going down a spot. And then number 1, oh, and it's called The Beast, the song. Number 1, we have One OK Rock. What the hell?
I was wondering what was going to knock Wagaki Band out of there. Because they had been number 1 for several weeks at that point.
Is it
Monster
good?
Hunter now.
It's an okay song, but I don't know.
It's for the game Monster Hunter. This is like the first week ever that I know every song that's on the top 10.
Guys, I'm a freaking idiot.
Why?
It's not the Tuesday the 26th. It's Monday the 25th is when I'm seeing Babymetal.
How did you get one day off? That's crazy, bro.
I don't know.
Like you were so close.
Yeah.
Anyways, our top 10, I actually think like pretty much every song on there is a banger. So check it out. If you
Even the One OK Rock one?
It's okay.
Then it's not a banger. Why are you lying?
I said pretty much every song on there is a banger because I wouldn't necessarily say the Mephisto song is a banger either. But the other eight, yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about
the top 10.
Champ like telling us some bullshit that every song is a banger, but One OK Rock.
8 of those 10 songs are bangers, bro. That is pretty much every song.
I don't think I've.
Don't you question me? I know what I'm saying.
Is the One OK Rock list on that song?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
number one.
song on that list.
It's
Yeah.
number one.
No,
Yeah, it's
I mean
number
the
one.
list of bangers.
Oh,
No.
no, that's
No.
one of the two.
That's the
that,
one song that's not on.
That's
Very-
one of the two that I may not.
Yeah,
refer
cynical.
to as
We're
a
gonna have to
banger.
start a "Is Champ Full of Shit" poll like we do with Eric. 100%.
I meant everything that I just said, and I was accurate in the portrayal. I don't know what y'all are all talking about here.
Thank you, Christian.
Oh, guys, I just want to say again, special shout out to all our viewers. Thank you so much for being here for the show and all the love and support. We appreciate it, guys. And we're looking forward to more great things to come. Guys, if you want to support us further, consider becoming a member or a Patreon supporter. You get extra perks through those outlets, and it helps directly support us so we can keep doing what we're doing, get out to more shows. I'll be doing a report on Babymetal in Omaha and Hanabiye in Iowa. So I'll be telling you guys what I think of Hanabiye for that show and Babymetal in Nebraska. And that's coming up in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
So
In other great news, it looks like Mir actually slept tonight. So
Oh, there you go. After walking around Japan all day.
nah, I don't want him sleeping. Fuck that. Get over here, Ryan. Get on the channel.
why aren't you at work, Ryan?
Yeah. Why aren't you
Let
working?
Let the dogs rest for a day.
No. I'm
Let the
going to
dogs
say the
walk
thing that
around.
he says to Champ all the time. You know when the streams are.
Yeah.
Has he ever said that to me? I don't-
Yeah, he
I don't
did.
remember.
There's
No,
one time he's like, he knows when the streams are.
We got an update from Ryan, by the way. His feet are pissed.
Yeah, his feet are
That's why I'm
pissed.
saying we got to let the dogs rest for a couple of days. Thank you, Exit 13, for super chat. It says, thanks for another great live chat. Congrats on beating Babymetal.
Thank you, Exit 13. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for
It means a
everybody
lot.
that threw in the super chats today. Appreciate it. Thank you for everybody that hit that like button too.
I got to read this
You want-
question because it's just so
Long live
random.
J-Rock
Do
and
y'all
roll.
like bacon wrapped boneless chicken wings deep fried in duck fat? I just want to read that.
Yes. Yes. Why? Why
A
do you
very
ask?
specific question.
Oh man, that makes my mouth water.
Mm.
You know what
helps
I've been craving is some nice duck breast.
All right. That being said, you guys have a good one. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. See y'all
Go to
Wednesday.
patreon.com/guys if you want any additional content, or become a channel member here, which also has additional content, or go to our TikTok, guys,
With
guys,
the
or to our
crispy
Instagram,
skin.
hey, wait, we're doing the promos now, bro. This is the one
I
time
already did
you
the
can't talk,
promos.
man.
You're redoing them.
We never did these promos, bro. I don't know what. Is
No,
that
it's just
what
because
you
Alan
set up
was all
for me today?
emotional during them.
I talked about the members and Patreon. What are you talking about?
Well, we got to say it at the end of every podcast.
This is the end.
Structure. This is the structure. Go to our Instagram, guys. You guys go to our TikTok, guys. You guys go to our
This
Twitter.
is Champ's
guys.
one job, Alan.
Oh my god! Everybody, I'm done with the promos. Never again. This is all-
Go, Champ. We're listening. We're listening.
Nope.
Okay,
No,
start
go
everything
for it.
over.
Nobody go to any of our social media. No social media for anybody. I'm deleting all the accounts.
Tell them what
Just
you want to
guys,
say.
guys anywhere, guys, and you can find us. There you go.
Thank
Also,
you
we got
for
a last
watching.
minute poll for you all if you guys want to answer, okay?
End the stream. I'm going on, guys. You guys. End the stream.
Make sure you answer the poll on your way out. We'll announce the results later. I like the 70 30 split here.
Now I gotta change my vote. I feel bad.
What, you put yes? You put
Oh, I
that percent-
can't. I can't change my vote after I vote.
This is hurting me. Personally. Everybody in the chat right now, I just want you to know that my heart is a little broken.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
73% of you.
Shame.
Oh man. All right. Well, the vote's
Oh, you
in.
loved me.
Is Champ full of shit? 74% say yes.
I thought we were friends, guys. I thought we were boys. I thought we were
73 again.
IDZ for Champ. That's true. Champ is the best. All right.
Go
Yeah.
take your blood pressure.
Hey, you can still love people that are full of crap. You know, it's possible. I'm kidding. I'm Champ. I'm kidding, Champ. Kidding. Much love, guys. You guys stay awesome out there. See you in the next one. See you.
Bye.
Okay.